I don't know what any of that stuff is. All right, check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Cashion baseball.
Hey, we're live. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Cashion FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at cashionfbc.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashion.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving up skills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys of Pop Tech School.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do you.
Oklahoma Career Tech.
Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape is not your ordinary pool builder. From traditional to exotic and anything in between, our staff offers paramount quality and service through the entire design and build process. We provide service to the entire OKC metro and surrounding towns. So relax, knowing our team is wholeheartedly committed to building a trusting and lasting relationship with you. Visit us on Facebook or give us a call today at 405-285-9729. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Kyle and Gina Van Druff have the answers to all your real estate and insurance needs. These guys will have you covered in a one-stop shopping experience. They are local agents, local supporters, and active in the Cashion community. They are also proud parents of past and present Cashion students. Kyle and Gina help their clients make the right choice. Don't wait till it's too late. Call 405-607-4300. Go Wildcats and number 88. Let's have a great year.
Walk it up. Get you some.
Now is the time to protect your family with Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi. Internet security is becoming more of a fear every day. Protect your family against malware, viruses, intrusions, cyber attacks, and more. Modern internet deserves modern security. Get the best of both worlds with Pioneer in-home Wi-Fi and the Smart Wi-Fi app. Download the Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app today or visit gopioneer.com for more information.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Storm season is coming, people, and your first choice for roofing needs should be Rhino Roofing. Locally owned and operated, the Rhino specializes in all types of repair and replacement. Large scale, traditional, modern, unique roof lines, they can do it all. Protect your home and your family with the specialized services of Rhino Roofing. Visit our Facebook page today and make an appointment. Rhino Roofing is all the hype for any roof type.
Looking for a solution to your water well problem or just needing a new well drilled? Western Drilling does water well drilling and repair. They are experts in pumping system installation, troubleshooting, and repair. Western Drilling works with domestic, ag, and irrigation wells. Give them a call today and explore all the solutions. Western Drilling supports Cashion High School. Go Wildcats!
Legacy Insurance and Financial Services is proud to be on Main Street in Cashion, Oklahoma, supporting our Wildcats while riding business throughout Oklahoma and surrounding states. Legacy agents who share over 40 years of experience will shop many carriers to fulfill all of your insurance and investment needs. We welcome face-to-face meetings, but if your needs require an online virtual relationship, we are versed at those too. Let the team of Chris Gibson, Chris Cochran, Aaron Phoenix, and Christina Branson at Legacy Insurance and Financial Services help you build your own legacy, one you will be proud to live and to leave.
All right, welcome to Lance Beitler Field in beautiful Cashion, Oklahoma, where we've got spring baseball Cashion 2023 as the Cashion Wildcats hosting the Hydro Eakly Wildcats, and it's an absolutely gorgeous day here as the Wildcats will have their last tune-up of the year, their last scrimmage as they get ready to start the official season Monday night at Fairview. But before that, Coach Mounts and the bunch is going to have a chance here to work through a few more kinks. Again, still waiting for a few basketball players to come on over, but the idea is that they've got a lot of parts here to work with, and we'll try to put a lot of those kids into the foray here. I'm Neiman Abavi. Appreciate you guys joining us here on CWTV. Joining me up here in the palatial press box of Lance Beitler Field is my man Mike Shaline. Mike, welcome.
Hey, glad to be here. It's a beautiful day. I think I looked last time. It was 76 degrees. Come on out.
I actually put on a sweatshirt. I was ill prepared, but it might get a little bit cooler. But it's absolutely gorgeous. South wind looks like about 10 to 15 out to left field. May create a lot of fireworks for us today.
Time to elevate and celebrate, and I'm sure they're got a few people that are going to pull the ball today. So without a doubt.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Wildcats had a scheduled scrimmage Monday night that was canceled. Stroud, I guess, having some of that blowback from basketball and other things going on, they said, we're not going to scrimmage y'all, and that's fine. So the Wildcats were very fortunate. We were going to be on the road at Hydro Eakly, which weather-wise would have been phenomenal. Drive-wise would have been horrific. But for whatever reason, I guess the fine folks at Hydro Eakly said, hey, let's take a look at the AstroTurf there, the field turf at Cashion, not mess with our turf and our dirt, and get it going.
We had some storms the other night
Yep.
on that side, and you kind of wonder, I know it's a dirt field, grass and dirt field. Maybe they took a little bit of rain, didn't want to do a whole lot of upkeep quite yet, so let's just get down the road and play on some turf and be done with it. So.
I was thinking that, but then I thought, man, you know what?
You never know.
Don't want to travel, but nonetheless, We're super happy, and we're glad that you guys have joined us here on Cashion Wildcats TV, free of charge. We have actually done pretty well attendance-wise over the broadcast. We haven't hit the 1,000-person mark yet, but we've gotten in the 700s here with Cashion baseball. It's a nice day that a lot of folks certainly are kind of catching wind as the Wildcats will be looking to go back for the third straight year back to state. If you ask Lee Woody, he would say the fourth straight year. But Wildcats here with Coach Mounts have grown and grown year after year, continue to do well, getting to the semifinals last year, just falling to the eventual champion Silo as Coach Graham is working that catcher hit back. That's the hardest thing to do, I think, in terms of hitting a fungo. But Wildcats expecting to do well this year. Definitely want to finish with the top 8 seeding, host a regional, make it back to state. But they'll be taking on here a good Hydro Eakly team, a team that went 21-6 last spring. And Mike, you told me they finished 15-8 in this past fall baseball season.
Correct. Losing out in the districts in the fall, but they made it all the way to regionals in the spring last year. So obviously, probably graduated a few. We won't have names and numbers of Hydro today. I mean, we'll have numbers, but we won't have names. But we did pull up last year's roster, so maybe we'll come close. So if you're listed on there, we'll do our best.
Yeah, we tried to. I mean, Mike, you're a salesman. I thought you could have gotten maybe some chicken scratch out of Coach Graham, but nonetheless, and I get it. It's a scrimmage. Why are we even showing this? Well, we're showing it because our community loves watching and following our kids all over. Not every single sport. We don't get to every single one as a Cashion Wildcat TV. The cheer team doesn't always get us, or we do wrestling every once in a while. Track is hard, right? Cross country, etc. But we certainly, if we can, we will provide it as the boys in gray, the hometown Cashion Wildcats take the field. So we'll certainly bring it to you guys tonight. So starting on the bump tonight, we've got a Gibby sighting, Hunter Gibson, the junior, big kid's just as big as a house. I know his daddy looking down from heaven, super proud of him, and he's going to be dependent on. He's going to be a big part of this Cashion rotation this year.
Yes, he is. I mean, you might consider him if Cooper's your one starter, he might be your one B, or you can flip him. But no, big kid, touching about 85, got a nasty breaking ball that we saw a couple days ago. The 12-6. It'll make you look foolish, but we're excited to see what he's got. Definitely need to keep the ball down low today a little bit if you can. So we'll see.
Well, from a standpoint, again, you just seen his progression as kind of Hunter's grown into his own body, right? He's his control, his speed, everything, and he's just got a great mindset. The kid is like even keel, smiley, maybe even sometimes too goofy, but the kid definitely is a master competitor. But I think he's got the perfect combination of what Coach Mounts wants to have on the mound. For the Wildcats, starting around from first to third, we've got junior Derek Shaline, we've got senior Camden Maroney at 2, we've got junior Cooper Frazee at short, and senior Preston Cotter at third. And around in the outfield, again, this is where probably things might change up as basketball season, again, is still full tilt in playoffs. But eventually when those guys get them, this is where things may change in the outfield. But in the outfield for now, we've got freshman Braden Stemke. We've got fresh in left field and freshman Kyle. I always forget Kyle's name.
I think it's Yao.
Yao. I was going to say yellow. It's not. I see yellow in my head. But Kyle Yao in center field. And in right field, it looks like junior Zane Stemke. So we got the Stemke brothers manning the edges for the Cashion Wildcats. And then speaking of basketball, we've got still a lot of playoff left to go. Wildcats, both boys and girls, are in the loser side, but on consolation, I should say. But they are looking to play tomorrow. They will be taking on, the girls will be taking on Shoto Maisie, and the boys will be taking on Warner tomorrow at Cleveland High School, 1:30 and 3. We're going to try to get the cameras out there. We'll see what happens. But again, once basketball season's over, you're going to see an influx, about 6 to 7 kids coming over, and it may have some shifts potentially in the infield, maybe definitely in the outfield for sure. All right, so leading off here for the Hydro Eakly Wildcats, number 2. Oh, Bobcats. I said Wildcats. My apologies. Thank you. Mike, you can correct me on the air.
You're all right. The Bobcats.
And we'll have a catcher called here as, again, we have Barrick Wano behind the dish. Forgot to mention that freshman there. And Barrick's going to definitely see a lot of playing time this year as a freshman behind home plate. So starting off 0-1 here for Hunter Gibson against the right-hander. That's one chopped to short. Ha! Preston Cotter with the easy glove and throwing out number 1. Easy breezy. Lemon squeezy? Is that how it goes?
I mean, that's exactly what you want. You want your third baseman coming over as hard as he can if he can get there first. And, man, he gets it, momentum carrying him to first. Nice, easy throw to Derek, and we got one out. So.
That is we've got some newer guys here. I know we've got Parker Atkinson that's moved and tried some time at third. But, he's done some work on the mound. Definitely probably will do some pitching for the Wildcats and maybe in the outfield. But you can tell Preston's got a great command there at third base.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you can tell he's been there for years and probably through Little League and everything else too. So we're glad to have him there.
Yeah, I think you might see, we've got freshman Aiden Berry that might play a little bit of third as well, maybe in some JV time as well. So Wildcats have some opportunities, even with Hunter Gibson potentially at third. First pitch was a ball. That one should be strike. Let's see. They'll count it 2-0 here.
2-0.
For the right-hander, number 6.
Sun really nasty on that right side.
Yeah.
You can see Camden Maroney putting his glove up. I'm sure it's going to be hard for Camden and Derek at first and Zane out there in right. So.
Well, that's the way it goes. I mean, this is the proper direction for a baseball field, which is northeast, right? I mean, that's to make sure that, you don't want to due west. You don't want pitcher staring at the sun. You don't want batter staring at the sun. So, you know what? Right side, you're the ones that get it. All right, so 4 straight balls there for Hunter Gibson as he started off with a little defensive play. So first walk after the 5-3 putout will bring up a big boy, number 33 here for the Bobcats. I'm going to guess he either pitches, plays first or third.
I think I saw him over taking infield at first.
At first base. Makes sense. Again, we're not, we don't body shame anyone, but I'm just going to let you know the kid's pretty big, and that's pretty typical what you're going to see on the corners.
I'm sure he can give it a ride if he wants to.
Yeah, it's a 3-hole hitter, and that's basically what you're going to get in most cases, right? Your best overall hitter, right? Would you say is your third or is your leadoff? We've had this discussion before.
We have. I'm a big fan of putting my best athlete at the leadoff
I didn't say
spot.
athlete.
I get it.
I said hitter.
Okay, fair enough. I will put my best hitter then at third, and I will put my second best athlete and hopefully fastest runner at the leadoff.
Let's put it like this: if you're wanting to knock someone around, like your leadoff, his job is to get on, so he's got to get on one way or the other, and it's the 3-hole hitter that's supposed to be moving the guys around. I'm not acting like I know what I'm doing here. A little Gibson working back, and I like this. I like, regardless scrimmage or not, first guy on. Let's work it.
Sure.
Let's work him.
Especially after a walk, you just want to get in a groove, get out there, take a deep breath. So I'm okay with this as well.
All right, runner at 1. We've got 3-hole hitter number 33, right-hander here for the Bobcats. He'll take fastball right at Hunter Gibson. Yao will come up. He's going to have a chance to fire. A little bit of bobble off the glove. It's going to go to 3. He won't have a chance. Runner extends that to 2. So credit number 33, base hit. It's a stolen base. That moves base runners to second and third, and that'll bring up number 15 for the Bobcats. Right-hander, and again, well struck there by number 33.
It was. I mean, that ball was right down the middle. He took it right back at Hunter. Hunter had to duck out of the way, and base runner was moving, going to first to third in that play.
All right, so Wildcats with 1 out. Bobcats with a scoring threat here early at the top of 1. Can appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV. Beautiful day. Come on out if you have a chance, please. I don't think they're taking admission. So, they actually are. I see Mrs. Carnes. So you missed out. If you would have been early here, you probably could have got in for free. Not so much now, but definitely please come out if you can. Support these boys. They definitely deserve it and want you out here. So ball 1 on that first pitch. Little step off there, Hunter. Doesn't like it. What do you think? Hunter's throwing a lot of balls here after getting that first start, that first out.
You're right. He's been a little out and up on a couple, but more out more than anything. Just stride to the plate. I'd like to see Barrett give him a big target, maybe a little more on the inside, change his eye level, just kind of looking in rather than out. But we'll see.
1-0 count, 1 out. That's in the dirt.
We said up, and that one's down. So
too much of it. And that's what I always tell my kids, just a little.
Just a little.
Just a little. Not a whole lot. We talk just a little. Just a small smidgen.
I mean, that's a moderate difference on the mound. When it goes 60 feet 6 inches can turn into a big difference. So,
all right, so 2-0 here for Gibson. Comes back fastball up top. I'm going to say ball 3, 3-0. Hunter's like, what'd you think? I thought that was good. I would have said it probably was close.
There you go. So you're giving the 4-hole hitter a 3-0 here. So
let's see what happens here. Let's see. He has the take sign. That'll go outside off the wall. Holds the runners. Throw back. Dangerous. He's going to get a chance at a pickle here. Cotter chasing him down. Throw to Wano. Wano will have the stumbling base runner, and that'll be out 1. So great job there by Barrick Wano. I don't know if he baited him or not, but, hey, I love the aggressive throw, trusting your third baseman and make that dig in the turf. coming back. Give credit to Preston Cotter working him all the way back to get the rundown in the pickle for out number 2.
Right, and that's knowing your field. That's a pass ball. The runner doesn't know if that thing's going to die at the wall. Comes back, and all of a sudden he's like, uh-oh. But Barrick went down there. Hey, great dig by Preston over at third to make that rundown. He ran at him. He made that whole thing happen, so nice job. So 2 outs, runners at second and third again.
See if Hunter can get out of this jam. That's outside for ball 1. So after giving up a couple of walks and a big knock, and we're going to have a pinch runner here for Coach Graham. Looks like number 1 will be coming in for 15. So 33, the first baseman who had that big hit, laced it one into center field. He's sitting at third. Runners at second and third. 1-0, 2 outs. Hunter Gibson with a chance to get out of this jam, that he's almost got himself into here. See what happens here. Another right-hander up to bat here for the Bobcats. That one's outside. That one's in and out of the glove. It's quite a few here for Wano, in terms of the correction. Those are some that he can get with a runner at third. Certainly want to make sure and not let anything past you.
Absolutely. I think they might be a little gun shy to just take off immediately, but hey, good job by Wano getting out there and getting it, though.
So 3-0. So here's the situation. Hunter has missed quite a bit on the outside. He had a couple hits that he's given up on fastballs down the middle. I mean, do you just say let it run and trust your D?
I do. Like I said, I'd like to give him an inside target. Hey, there's a strike. That's where you wanted to live. He was kind of flicking the wrist rather than really getting extended. That one he got a little mad and got a little after it. So love to see it. So
3-1, 2 outs. Comes right back up top. That'll be ball 4, a little high. Mounts in this situation as bases are loaded. Definitely not going to be making a change. There's no one in the pen, so this will be one. But I was wondering if there'd be a chance where Mounts would come out and just talk, like just kind of say, hey, what's up? Maybe change the ball, and he just did just now.
So you got a new ball in there? Sorry, I was looking down. So good deal.
I'm a big fan of changing up mojo. Like I would have probably done it after the second walk, but
Hunter's mechanics look really good. I don't know if he's just throwing his arm across his body too much on the release. We'll see.
All right, bases loaded. Top of 1 here. Wildcats trying to hold the Bobcats to 0. Kick swing, that'll be a strike. So 1-1 here for Hunter Gibson going up against another righty, number 21. They better call it strike.
That's why I'm waiting. They did. They said he went. I think they're asking the third base coach, hey, you agree that he went around? So
that one's chopped foul. So Hunter Gibson finally getting ahead on a batter, 1-2.
See if he can shut the door here.
Any hit and run here if you're Coach Graham? Any chance of that here with 2 strikes?
Yeah, 1-2. I don't know.
No,
it's 2 runs are out there to score. If you find some grass, you already got 2 on the board. So
get after it.
This kid looks a little younger, so you hate to put that much kind of pressure on him this early in the season.
Oof, that's up top. 2-2. Much better to work from ahead than behind here. So Hunter has a couple more pitches here to see if he can't knock him down. Again, out at any base here. Bases loaded. Are you a fan of calling it bag versus base? Like if you include home plate, that's a base, not a bag, right?
Correct.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure, Mike. Sometimes
I don't use the term bag very much, though. So
okay. That's up top. That's close. So full count.
Full count, 2 outs. Your runners will be going. Just give me some action here.
So it's definitely something.
It is something. You wanted your hit and run earlier. You got it now.
I'm gonna have it now. Gonna have something now. That's up top for a ball. So we'll go ahead. That'll bring in a run as number 33, the first baseman, comes in. And so Hunter Gibson, starting off with a 5-3 put-out ground out, comes back with a walk, has a hit, and 2 more walks. And that brings up a little conversation with Cooper. A little chitty-chat here, a little talkie-talkie. Take it easy.
He says, hey, we're back here for you, man. Just put something low. Let us do our job. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
So far, the defense has been able to touch it twice and got it out both times. So I guess with the hit out there in the outfield, with the exception of that one.
All right, so with runners at first, second, and third for the Bobcats, again, bases loaded. That brings up number 8, another righty. Outside of the number 33, I would say the Bobcats probably a little bit thinner and lankier. than maybe what you'll see with other baseball teams. Fastball inside, they're going to call it. They're going to call ball one. Can we not get an umpire out here?
Hey, I'd be more than happy to jump down there.
I'll chip in a couple bucks. Anyway, 1-0. Drops that one in there. That should be. That is nice. Was that his first breaking ball?
I think he tried one earlier, but that was a good looking one. It had some patience to it, and
I kind of like that. And most likely with maybe a possible take sign here from Coach Graham, take until you get a strike. That one's chopped to Maroney. Fielder's choice, glove, throw in time. That'll be out number 3 with the extra stretch there by Derek Shaline. I don't think he needed it, but he's always up for looking good with the mullet and the sunglasses. My man, number 1-6. So little 4-3 put out on number 8, six-hole hitter here for the Bobcats. That'll end it, but not after one's been scored. So we'll move to bottom of 1. The Wildcats will have their first chance at bats, down 1-0.
Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree is dedicated to championing our clients through complicated and challenging litigations. We pride ourselves on a proven track record of success, brought forth by fierce litigation skills. The lawyers and staff of our firm are dedicated to effective and personalized representation for every client who entrusts our service. Uncompromising integrity, unparalleled results. Call Wiggins, Sewell, and Ogletree, 405-232-1211.
Founded by Jesse and Amy McCracken, Rural Pest Solutions is a Cashion-based, family-owned and operated company. Our focus is on providing the highest level of customer service while effectively treating many common invaders, including spiders, ants, roaches, mice, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, and termites. Flexible scheduling and superior customer service are our top priority. Call us today to schedule your appointment, 405-283-6565.
Wildcats TV, Neiman and Bobby, Mike Shaline bringing you action here live from Lance Beitler Field, where the Cashion Wildcats in their last tune-up before the season starts tomorrow against Okarche at Okarche. Actually, I apologize. Friday.
At Fairview.
At Fairview. I'll get it right. God
You're
bless.
Right. So we do go next Monday to Okarche.
To Okarche. Yeah, they have a new ball field.
We will. We will be the first regular season game on that new ball field.
Okay.
So.
And we'll be there to christen the press box. I'm sure they've got one.
Absolutely.
All right, lead off for the Wildcats, no other than my man Cooper Frazee, shortstop. He starts off with a hit, first pitch, and it's a hit. Fastball, it's going to roll past the left fielder. And with the bobble, it'll be a stand-up at 2 for my man number 13, Cooper Frazee.
Man, he just said, hey, I'm going to go after this first one, just put a top-hand drive right down into that thing. Gets out to left, little bobble, and he takes advantage with his speed on the bases. So love to see a runner in scoring position after one pitch. So
that'll bring up Camden Maroney, second baseman for the Wildcats, right-hander number 4. So good start here for the Wildcats on the first pitch. Wow. Maroney, a fantastic athlete. He's got good size, power lifter. Shows bunt, and he's done that quite a bit.
Yes.
You know, Cam's been up and down hitting-wise thus far in the spring season. I know he started off with that in-the-park home run, or we'll call. I know it was well struck, but I think there was a couple snowball fights in between. But Cam certainly can hit for power, but we've seen him showing bunt quite a bit. Small ball. Oh, so you talked about it earlier, that ricochet off the wall that hurt the Bobcats earlier, as the Wildcats were able to get a base runner out on the base path, and that one held up Frazee at 2.
So he did show to that bunt. He did offer at it, so that is a strike. So,
all right, so 1-1 here for Camden Maroney. Let's see if he shows it again.
Shortstop kind of holding him, and spin move, nothing there.
So cat and mouse. This is the great part of the game of baseball right here. Situational baseball is fun, and coaching in that. And that's kind of similar to having a shot clock in basketball, which we don't have right now. But if you did, you'd kind of have to think about possessions and what's going on. Cam Maroney, I'll tell you what, bunting right now is not a strength of the Cashion Wildcats. Now, I would say we've had more discussions around what to do better with bunting.
Agreed.
And I think this is not necessarily something that Cam is super comfortable doing anyway. I think he wants to swing away.
I would agree. I don't know how much time a big kid's like that spent bunting, even in the little leagues. They said, hit away, big boy. So, it's definitely something we need to not be just slapping at. We need to go out there and just get our eyes behind it and lay it down nice.
I'll take that inside pitch. That's close. He'll call strike 3, and that'll be a K for Cam. Well, does Cam know that it's 3 strikes? They're going to say 2-2 or 1-3. So they're going to say swing away. All right. So I think they're going to call one of those, that one attempt at a ball.
Okay.
So 2-2 for Camden Maroney, the senior.
Fair enough.
They call him cheese. Hanging ball.
He called a strike there. So I guess it's got a way to find you one way or another. So.
All right. So that'll bring up third baseman Preston Cotter. Preston, definitely a power hitter, definitely has earned every right to be the 3-hole hitter for the Wildcats. From a standpoint of messing around with the lineup, you have the likes of little move there, a little lobber. You have Chance Acord coming back from the basketball team. Nathan Abavi, if you're looking for a guy that can absolutely work the bunt and bunt magic, that'll be Nathan for sure. You've got Carson Gump and Max Higdon. Max was even asked to bunt a few times last year in varsity play. So, between those 4 guys, you've got a situation where the lineup may change up a little bit here, not only in the outfield, not in the field, but also in the lineup. So we move to 0-1 here as Cotter takes first pitch strike. 1 out here. Runner at second is Cooper Frazee getting on a first pitch hit past the shortstop.
Thought that first pitch was pretty far outside. He got called a strike, so Preston will definitely be looking to attack. That zone is big here.
Inside, off the glove, that should be a free base for my man Cooper Frazee, who was already halfway down. He tries the 3. Count moves to 1-1. Preston Cotter, again, we've been lauding his praises of being more patient at the beginning of this season versus last year. It's that outside pitch that still seems to, kind of draw him, and so we'll see how he approaches this. And he's been fantastic thus far at the back end of last year into this season. Stares at that one up top for ball 2. So 2-1 here for Mr. Cater. On deck is Hunter Gibson, 4-hole hitter for the Wildcats.
It's funny. I felt like his sophomore year was a lot of right center, right center, right center, right center. And then last year was a little more left center. So as that bat speed gets better, or he just looking for touch. Oh, there you go.
Speaking of bat speed, an absolute laser to left field. That's the easiest RBI you'll ever find as Preston Cotter gets a knuckle bump there from Hunter Gibson. And credit to Preston Cotter for the Wildcats' second hit and an RBI as the Wildcats knotted up here in the first inning.
Man, he says, hey, if you think I'm going to right center as a sophomore and left center as a junior, I'll just take this thing straight to left as a senior. So.
Well, I was about to say, I think he has one of the fastest bat speeds or velocity that you're going to find in Class 2A baseball. And definitely in the state. Preston was invited to be a part of the Sooner State games at the end of last year. Still looking to play it somewhere in college, and whoever gets him is going to be extremely lucky to have a very versatile player in Preston Cotter. One is going to be called strike on the breaking ball, so 0-1 to Hunter Gibson. Speaking of power, Hunter as a 4-hole hitter he had 3 home runs last year? Is that correct?
He did 3 home runs last year.
So just as a sophomore at limited opportunities, came in DH situations and had a good back half of the year. Takes that one right side. It's going to chop foul. So with 1 out, Preston Cotter at 1. 1-1 is the score. On deck is our favorite player on the field. We can say it, Derek Shaline.
So far. So far.
It's tough sometimes to be a daddy out here with your kids playing, but Derek has been phenomenal, had a grand slam, has 2 home runs in the preseason thus far, including a grand slam against Drummond.
Drummond, yep.
That's one's off the turf. Catcher trying to find it, still can't find it, does get it. Hey, listen, we'll talk about bond issues every single time. So grateful for this field.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
I'm just going to complain a little, Mike. Allow me to complain a little. The original bond that did not pass had this field over next to the track where it is across the street, and it had a bigger, deeper backstop. It was
really?
it was going to be more traditional. I think isn't the rule pitcher's mound to home field, rubber to home plate to backstop?
Usually that's about it.
Yeah, and I think that was going to be the case as we had plenty of space over there. It didn't pass, but fortunately the second one did, and we've got this beautiful facility. We're super lucky, but definitely a shorter backstop, and that particular one could have been rolling for miles, as Cotter probably could have made himself available to third base, but he heads back to 2. And you know the shtick that I have. I'm gonna let you know. You better pass those bond issues.
Oh yeah, that's the only way we're moving forward, guys.
Regardless of people moving in and anything else, throw back on the wheel, not in time. Good move there by number 2, the pitcher. And he's worked both speeds. He's worked a little lobber, and he's worked it back, throwing hard. This is my favorite pick move, by the way. The wheel.
The spin move, for sure.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite. I don't have any lefties in my family. That's down and low, so that'll move the count to full.
Have you been watching any spring training baseball where they put the new rules in play?
Yeah, so you're talking about like the timing piece
Well,
and
I
the spacing,
was even talking about
the
how many times you're allowed to pick off there. Yeah. I just think it changes the game off when you've picked off there twice. Man, that guy can get off probably 2 more steps.
Well, then you got to be careful.
Right.
You got to be careful. You got to make sure you use it appropriately. So that's strike 3. So Gibson goes down swinging. So our man number 2 here for the Bobcats has given up 2 hits, but he's also gotten 2 strikeouts. And that brings up my man, Derek Shaline, the junior, first baseman here for the Wildcats today. Derek plays a multitude of pitchers. You know, Derek is what you would call just a baseball kid, wouldn't you?
He grew up loving the game, wanting to play anywhere he could. Said, "Hey, coach, just put me wherever. I just want to be out there." So,
well, you can tell as he is an absolute utility here for Coach Mounts. Takes first pitch swing. I know Coach or Daddy Shaline is saying, "Hey, take until you get a strike," but I thought that was a good one.
There you go.
I liked it. I would have swung at that one too.
I just want him to get to extension here and see what happens.
So 0-1, 2 outs, runner at 2. Wildcats looking to take the lead here, top of 1. Bottom of 1, that's a shot to right center. It's going to find a gap. It sure will. It's going to drop into the glove, but not after an RBI hit single. Junior Derek Shaline, stay hot, young man.
Hey, like to see you there. Runner on second, 2 outs. Way to come through with a nice hit to right center. We always preach right center a little bit inside the baseball. Drives in the run for the RBI. So great job, son.
All right, so Wildcats take the lead with 3 hits here. The bottom of 1 that brings up junior DH Parker Atkinson. Parker moving in from the Deer Creek area. He takes first pitch, chops that one foul to first base. A little ahead on that one.
So I like what we've seen from Parker on the mound so far. So get that bat going in that 6 hole, and let's keep this inning going.
So Parker, a right-hander. He's had some base hits this preseason. Takes a chop. That's going to go straight up. Catcher's going to have a chance here as it moves with a little bit of wind, and it comes back, lost in the sun. And that's where, as a catcher, you just kind of try your best.
Absolutely. I mean, even with this big, huge press box, because we're up taller than most press boxes.
Yep.
Wasn't enough shade, really, to get that. The sun was in his eyes. That's really tough.
We may be the tallest press box in the state for class.
I don't doubt it.
For class 2A or below. I mean, we got wasps in here as well, some dirt daubers. I think we got one that just landed right behind the laptop, or maybe it's going to sting me. But nonetheless, Atkinson staring at 0-2, 2 outs. Runner at first is Derek Shaline. Wildcats taking the lead 2-1 here, bottom of 1. Looking to extend that lead. Let's see if Shaline looks like he's going to get a little extra. He will. That's chopped to pitcher. A little miscommunication. Throw in 1 is in time. And, I'll tell you what, Hydro Eakly, I don't care. You're not going to get an error on that particular play. They're going to come back and make you pay for it as Atkinson is thrown out at first base, but not after. The Wildcats get a couple. They do strand 1, but do take a 2-1 lead to the top of 2. So hang tight. We'll be right back. CWTV.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Todd Miller, and this is Grain and Grange. Still the coolest furniture store you've never heard of. Come see us.
All right, welcome back to Cashion Wildcats TV production of 2023 Cashion Wildcat Baseball. Lance Beitler Field in beautiful Cashion, Oklahoma. I'm Neiman Ababi, Mike Shaline bringing you today's action here as the Wildcats in their last tune-up of the season, taking on the Bobcats from Hijo Eakly, the Class A squad led by Coach Chris Graham. Hunter Gibson on the mound. Wildcats putting up 2 thanks to hits from Cooper Frazee, Preston Cotter, and Derek Shaline. Cotter and Shaline both with RBIs, and the Wildcats have a 2-1 lead. We were talking about the schedule during the break, so Mike, maybe run down kind of what we've got going on the next couple of weeks here.
So this is our last. There was going to be 6 scrimmages. The one got canceled yesterday, so this will be the last of 5. This is number 5 of 5. Wildcats trying to go 5-0 on the scrimmage side of things and then get the regular season started. So we will start things off this Friday at Fairview 2A at 5 p.m. Now we may not air that game. We're hoping we don't air that game. The basketball team is going to go win three games in a row on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, both the girls and the boys, and they're going to make their run to state. So there is a game Friday at 5 p.m. We'll dig in here with Hunter starting off the second inning right here.
First pitch should be strike. Let's see. No, it's ball down low. So number 23 here for the Bobcats. We don't have names. Coach Graham decided he said, hey, it's a scrimmage. And we were like, yeah, well, we'd like to still call their names. Maybe someone might want to go back out. Maybe number 23 maybe gets a good hit. You know, we want to, maybe mom and dad want to go back and take a look at that. But nonetheless, that'll be a ball there for Hunter Gibson. Or actually, what's a strike? I guess the first one was a strike.
Okay, so we'll go back to 1-1 instead.
1-1. We do have some bullpen work here for Coach Graham for the Bobcats, so we'll get our binoculars out. It's across the corner there it is. You get the call he does.
I saw Barrick point out strikes. So.
Yeah, and if you're watching from home, no umpires here. We'll have it's kind of by committee here between the coaches and the catchers. So 1-2 here for Gibson, getting ahead. And he's done well getting ahead against batters. He did give up a couple of hits and a couple of walks, or actually 1 hit and 3 walks in the first inning. I guess when I died in the middle and working around, I was wondering what's happening there. So I think number 23 knew it himself. So he'll get the backwards K, 1 out, and that's a good start there for the junior, Hunter Gibson.
You rarely see the batter sprint to the dugout faster than the catcher realizes it's time to throw down. So, but great job by Hunter getting his first strikeout of the day.
All right, so with 1 out, I'll bring up another righty here. That one's right across. So Hunter working it. Should get the strike there. Let's see what they called.
This is our second number 12.
Yeah, so number 12, number 12A. We'll just call him 12A.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering. It looks like the Bobcats traveled right around 12 or 13, maybe. That one swung on miss. Good hack there by number 12.
All right. Hey, going back to the schedule, so after that game this Friday, you'll start back off on Monday at Okarche. We talked about that, a road game. We will televise that. We'll need to call over there and make sure we can get access to everything over there, but we'll definitely try to air that one for you. And then we still stay on the road for a long time. There's the Calumet Festival that's after that. There's the Broken Bow Shootout that's over spring break. And then we get back home on March 21st against it'll be the War on 74 against Crescent. So
okay.
That'll let you know we won't be back here till the 21st. So if you're itching to see some baseball, it's still early. Come on out here. Looks like the Funky Bunch is down there and left.
There they are. Well, part of the Funky Bunch.
Part of them.
Yeah, it's kind of the sort of chunky Funky Bunch. the not completely Funky Bunch, but Gibson get ahead, gets a chopper there with 1 out. That one will go foul. So 1-2 stays the count here against number 12, and I give credit to 12. He's aggressive. He's taken a lot of hacks, and he's still in the box, so he's fouled off a few. Again, Wildcats a little bit deep here on the cut. They're playing it safe as Cam Maroney's right on the edge. That one will go outside. Nice pitch there. Let's see if he could get the aggressive number 12A to chase that one. He doesn't. I'll move the count to 2-2.
On Friday, too, if you can't see it through video, I've heard that we're going to be running Game Changer, and I got a feeling I'm going to be running the Game Changer. So if you're out on the Game Changer, I believe it's the classic version, the white version, not
Yes,
the green one.
not the one by Dick's.
Right. You can watch on there and follow along pitch by pitch on there. So
God bless you, Mike Shaline. Breaking ball up top, stays up top. So good work by 12A here. 8-hole hitter, right-hander for Coach Graham and the Bobcats from Hydro Eakly. 1 out, full count here. Let's see if we just come back with a fastball. Long count here.
I'm not a fan of staying up there forever, ever. Get a sign. Don't shake him off too much. Just throw it.
So we'll see what happens here. Okay, he likes the pitch. Gets him swinging.
He says, I'll show you. I can stay there as long as I want.
That's exactly right. So Hunter, in the first inning, gave up a hit, had a few walks, needed some defense to get him out of a little bit of a jam, has come back here strong in the top of 2 with back-to-back Ks, and that brings up number 2, pitcher for the Hydro Eakly Bobcats, 9-hole hitter, right-hander. Again, both teams not flashing a whole lot of lefties. That one's big. Well struck there. Deep left center. Back is Yao. That's going to go over his head. It's going to hit the wall. That's going to be an easy double. Yao will hit his cut. Looks like Frazie's going to have a chance at third. Throw. Is it in time? Get him. Got him. Oh, Coach Mounts. He got him. Everyone saw it. Excellent job.
And the ball, he had to go back a little bit. If that thing hits Cooper in the chest, he's able to get it, and that's out by 2 steps. I think that's hey, we appreciate you making the trip here. We didn't have to. This is bang, bang. We're going to let you have that one. So.
All right, well, Cooper Frazee was robbed. Absolute missile on the cut. Wildcats had a couple there. Frazee waved off Maroney, was able to get the catch from Yao. Good track down by Yao. I would have liked a little bit faster, knowing that there's a big wind. It looked like he just kind of stood there flat-footed a little bit trying to catch it. Maybe he couldn't see it. But a little throw to 3 as a pinch runner comes in, number 21. But nice, well-struck ball there by number 2. Regardless of Yao's footwork out there in center field, that was going to be a base hit for sure.
Okay, so here I'm going to, from a scorebook standpoint, I think that was number 12 possibly, because now you have number 6 up, who's your 2-hole.
Oh,
and
okay.
your 3 holes over here. So
change of shirts or something, or what?
That was what you normally thought would be the bottom of the line. That was actually their leadoff that just hit that shot. So
okay, well, who was the 9-hole hitter?
So the 9-hole was number 12A.
Well, then that still doesn't. No, that math doesn't add up.
7, 8, 9. That's number 9.
Okay, all right, I missed somebody. So we've got 2 as leadoff.
We got it's 2 or 12.
I had 12.
So we're going to go with 2.
Yes.
So you have 2, then you have 6,
33,
15, 22.
Oh, 22. Okay, 21, 8, 23.
And that makes 12A is now Mr. 12.
Okay, I missed that. Okay. We got it squared away. 3-0 count here for Gibson. 2 outs. No harm. Don't want to give up anything crazy here to the 2-hole hitter, number 6, who walked last at bat. He takes a hack there.
There you go.
Chase that one. 3-1. Job there by Hunter. And do you expect a big change here for the Wildcats, or do you feel like, I mean, you got a lot of juniors that are on the basketball team and sophomores. That was inside, should have been a strike, but I think it was a little bit low there. So that'll be a walk. I mean, what do you just if you were to put your hat on, what do you see? What do you expect to see? Who's staying, who's shifting?
Well, hey guys, I mean, there were some people that performed really well last year. Max Higdon as a freshman was excellent in right field. I think he's given a solid chance out there. I don't know anybody who's actually totally beat him out for his spot. We haven't seen Chance. I hear he's an excellent, excellent baseball player. I think you're going to see him come out, play some shortstop and center field for us. He's going to be a pitcher as well. So I think you're going to pencil that kid in as well. You got Carson Gump coming back. He did some excellent job in the state tournament. You saw him some excellent job at second base. I think Maroney's going to solidify that spot at second base.
Okay.
But I do think on a left field, there's a chance for a Carson Gump or one of a Stimke or a Kyle Yao to go play over there in left. So.
Okay. All right. I think Nabavi will have a
Elway
chance.
Nabavi,
Will have a
get
chance
the catcher spot. I
catcher
forgot about that.
or outfield as
Yep.
well. Yeah,
I was looking out there in the outfield, not even thinking about what's below me. So.
Yeah, I think Nathan also has a chance to push at second base
Absolutely.
as well. I think what you get, runner goes. Let's see what Wano's got. Great throw in time, is it? Come on, coach. Thank you. So great laser there from Wano. And, I mean, when you got someone like Cooper Frazee coming over to cover, I mean, could you? Is that the best security blanket you have as a catcher?
For sure. Especially on turf when you know that hop's going to be right there. He's so quick with the tag. I mean, man, you got your big power hitter right there that had a single in the first, and you go steal that kid from first to second and kind of take you out with the runner on third. I don't know. You'd have to question that one a little bit.
Yep. All right, so the Wildcats do strand a couple there. My book is all messed up. It doesn't matter. It looked like there was a couple Ks there for my man Hunter Gibson. Is that right?
He got number 23 and number 12
yep.
to swing through for strike 3. He gave up a triple to number 2, and then number 6 walked and then was thrown out trying to advance on the stolen base there.
All right, so the Wildcats hold the Bobcats to 0 on the board, strand a couple. And certainly from a standpoint, again, we're just a couple dads thinking about where things may go. So if you're a parent of one of these kids out here busting their tails, yeah, absolutely. Anything's out there. We're just trying to think. But there's a lot of, in essence, experienced and or upperclassmen coming down. And, from a hitting perspective, I know Acord is definitely, there's an opportunity there for him. I thought Gump Nathan was unable to play last year. Nathan during Red Dirt was batting second or third in Red Dirt for the Wildcats. Do you not remember? Am I wrong in that?
I saw a couple games out there, but no, yeah. I thought Stemke did well in Red Dirt. I thought Nathan did well in Red Dirt. I thought Brian Nabavi pitched well in Red Dirt.
Well, of those groups coming in, I think Acord's definitely there. I thought Gump, his advantage, I think if we think about even Max Higdon, I think his advantage was hitting-wise over Max from that standpoint. And there was some times, again, we saw both Max and Gump. My whole point in saying this is that Mounts has got a lot of kids that he can count on. And that is a great situation because we know injuries are going to happen.
Right.
We know sickness, illness, and we know sometimes it's just a bad day. Sometimes you're having a bad day. And so in those situations, he can look down his bench and his dugout, and he's got a ton of kids. And what's beautiful is right now, you've seen kids that are producing right now, right? While some of those other kids potentially who maybe come in the lineup are doing well. Speaking of which, Kyle Yao, number 14, batting 7-hole here for the Wildcats. And, we talked about, guys like Atkinson. He's going to have to find a place, right? As a junior.
Especially with Gibby, he's probably going to pitch or DH. So as a junior there, he's got to find himself a spot. And the infield looks pretty set for the most part. If he wants a spot, you might want to grab that outfielder's glove and see what else is out there. So
well struck by Yao to shortstop. Well done there by the shortstop, number 15. 4-hole hitter, a little bit of bobble. Yao has put the ball in play.
For sure.
I've seen that. I remember the game against the Broncos. I think he was figuring out how to get on base, either walk or hits, but had a couple of good hits. So definitely love seeing that from the freshman. And that brings up junior Zane Stimke, another guy we talked about, will be battling and trying to find a spot somewhere in this rotation and in the field.
For sure. I mean, Cashion baseball looks solid, to say the least. So it'll be nice to have weapons, people you can bring in. I've seen some great base running that we can use, especially from some of these younger kids. So it'll be nice.
So bottom of 2, Wildcats up 2-1. Zane Stimke, the junior, up to bat. Zane does a good job of actually, I think, even going to right field. He's done a great job of, putting some good, well-placed balls out in the outfield. We'll see if he can kind of continue that. I think they've tried to bunt him as well. I think we saw that a little bit, I think, against the Broncos. So we'll take that one swinging. 1-2 here for the junior, right-hander. I'll be purchasing a bat here, I think, either tonight or tomorrow.
Are you really?
For Brian. I think Brian has decided that he wants he's decided on what bat he wants to get.
Okay.
So,
what do we have any?
Let me look it up. And that we'll call the K there for Stimke. So nice work there by starting pitcher number 12. Are we back to number 2 or number 12? No, number 2.
Yep, I think it's number 2.
Okay. So Stimke with the strikeout. That's out number 2, and it's the bottom of the lineup. Braden Stimke. So Stimke squared here for the Wildcats. Stimke, Braden playing in the left field. Freshman takes first pitch down low. I will tell you here in a second.
That's fine.
I'm supposed to go on. I bookmarked it on Amazon. I'll probably be going somewhere else. I think he's decided on the Rawlings Quattro Pro.
That's a nice one.
Drop 3, 30. He told me 33. I was like, Brian, that bat 33 is almost as tall as you. But he said, no, that's what he swings. I said, okay.
Well, make sure when you first get it, you're
Yep.
choking up
Choking
just
up.
a little
Yeah,
bit and
yeah.
grow into it.
Yeah.
So.
Stimke, that one's going to be a flyer to right field. Might be trouble with the sun, but it's not. Give credit to number 23 with the catch there. And so the Wildcats go down 1, 2, 3 in order, 7, 8, 9 as we head to top of 3, Wildcats 2, Bobcats 1. Be right back right after this.
At Water Heater Man, we specialize in repairing and replacing all water heaters. We service the OKC metro and surrounding towns with fast, reliable service. We keep our vans fully stocked with essential parts needed for basic repairs, and new tanks are always on the vans ready to go. We offer free estimates on all jobs with financing options available. We match manufacturer's warranty for all newly replaced water heaters. We'll get your water heater back up and running as fast as possible so you don't have to put your life on hold waiting for service. Give us a call today, 405-844-TANK. That's 405-844-8265. Go Wildcats!
Presenting Regato Ranch, located within the Cashion School District and offering homebuyers the experience of small-town charm with the modern world of shopping, dining, and healthcare just minutes away. Situated east of Highway 74, Regato Ranch boasts 1-acre home sites with privacy and ample space to retire or raise a family.
To build your next home from the ground up or to inquire about new properties currently for sale, contact Brandon or Shannon Cotter with Iron Creek Homes and C7 Realty.
Come find your forever home at Regato Ranch.
And go Wildcats!
For 31 years and counting, Community State Bank has taken great pride in being your hometown bank. With branches located in Cashion, Dover, and Hennessy, CSB strives to reflect the small-town hospitality these communities are known for. Our friendly staff is here to serve you and provide one of the best banking experiences around, equipping our customers with the latest in banking technology combined with a personal, down-home relationship. Come into one of our local branches or visit us at www.mycsb.com. Community State Bank, small-town banking, the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Lance Beitler Field. Neiman Abavi, Mike Schlein, bringing you Cashion Wildcat preseason baseball, scrimmage baseball on a beautiful day here in Cashion, Oklahoma. Absolutely gorgeous. Couldn't ask for it. Wildcats taking on the Hydro Eakly Bobcats, Class A baseball team out in northwestern Oklahoma. Wildcats again with Hunter Gibson as the starter, went 2 innings. Hunter gave up a couple hits, but got back in the swing of things with 3 strikeouts there in the second inning, holding the Bobcats to just 1. And we have a Derek Schlein sighting. And with the movement from Derek from first base to pitcher, we've got freshman Ryder Likens out there on the field. So the Wildcats sporting 4 freshmen out there right now. So, again, we were talking about, a really deep bench and dugout for Coach Mounts. And he's getting some younger guys who may or may not be getting as much playing time with the end of basketball season, getting some really good quality innings here. First pitch for Derek is a strike as that's fouled off, 0-1.
And that brings the number 33 back up to the plate. He was at the plate when the caught stealing in the end of that inning.
Yep.
So he gets a fresh count here.
Good for him. Good rule. He'll take a swing at that one. Derek.
Love that pitch.
Yeah, Derek, that was fantastic on that one. Got him chasing. So that's 0-2 here. What do we want to see out of Derek today?
I just want to see strikes. He had a 1-2 pitch the other day that ran inside and hit somebody. So he was kind of beating himself up about that one. He's like, man, I'm right on the doorstep of a K, and I throw it a little bit too in and give him a free base. So he just wants to see. He gave up 2 runs the other day. One was a deep. He gave up one big hit. He'd like to see a little sharper outing out here, especially if Hunter only got 2 innings, he's probably looking at only getting 2 innings and get some other people out here. So.
Yep. All right, Derek staying well outside on 0-2 pitch as that last one was fouled off. That one will go outside for ball 1, 1-2. And, one player we forgot to mention in some of that was Creed Kastner, the junior.
Right.
He's out here, may be pitcher only scenario for him, but I know he got some good quality innings, and I definitely see him going back out there for Coach Mounts. Swung on, drop third strike. Throw down to 1. Ryder Likens, better get that, son. So a little bit of lazy throw there from Barrick, and A little bit of a nonchalant there from Ryder, but nonetheless it is an out. So nice work there by the Wildcats and Derek Shaline getting the K.
I like that little change up there. Bottom dropped out. Let's have him swing through it. So great job with being up 1-2 and not giving him anything to hit.
So that'll bring up number 15, the shortstop right-hander. First inning had a walk for the Bobcats. Was left stranded. So with one out, Shaline has an opportunity here to get out number 2. That one's low. Good spot, good spacing. That's one of my most – I love that pitch right there.
For sure.
I absolutely love that one. Right below the knees, outside of the outer third of the plate. Hard to pull. Most likely if you make contact, it'll be a blooper to the right side. Easy play for the second baseman. That one is called strike, so 1-1 here for – actually swung on it. That was swung on, right?
That was swung on.
Yeah, my bad.
That was right there on the inner half of the plate and just got a swing and a miss, kind of low. So it had some movement to it.
Breaking ball, a little outside, had a chance to hit that corner. I think if we had an umpire that liked the Cashion Wildcats, he might have gotten a call on that one. You talked about the sun coming in. It looks like Ryder at first has got a little bit of shade now.
Right.
If you're Camden Maroney at 2 and Braden or Zane Stipke and Wright, besides sunglasses and a glove, is there anything you can do?
No, I mean, you just got to get used to it and know that it'll go away eventually, but you got to fight through it. You can use that glove up there, keep it up there as long as you can, but don't let it distract you.
3-1, right down the middle, down Main Street. That'll be 3-2. So Shaline coming back. So I mean, is it hard to find the ball? As it goes up in the air as you move out of the sun. I mean,
I think once it goes up, it's easier because it's not in that direct line of. If it's a line drive, it's the harder one. So.
All right, Derek comes in inside, so just misses, gives up the walk. So after getting the K, gives up a walk, and that'll bring up number 22, 5-hole hitter for the Bobcats. Number 22 with a walk in the first inning, also was stranded. Let's see what his move is here at first base.
He loves to go there.
Ryder Likens, the freshman at first, so let's see how much confidence Derek has. He'll go ahead and throw the fastball pitcher. Got a chance for a DP, and there it is.
Taylor-made.
6.
That was nice. That was nice.
6-3 double play, little action there from my man Cooper Frazee, and you talk about him all the time, the fact that kid can cover so much space, and he literally hits that chopper, easy, tags 2, and a little easy throw to first for the double play, and so that'll end it there for the Bobcats. What can we say about Cooper? I mean, we just talked about him too much.
I mean, that's one of those, you see the hopper and you're already smiling. I feel that's like Chris Bryant when he fielded the game to win the World Series. I mean, that's so easy. I'm going to step on this. And he threw it extra hard to first just to show everybody he could. And, I love that. A kid makes a great play, and how many times he's the first one up for the next half inning. So I love it.
So with the double play, Wildcats end it there. Nice work there by the Cashion infielders. A great job by Derek Shaline, right? Just creating opportunities for his defense to make plays, getting a K. Does give up the walk, but comes back. And so with that, Wildcats will move to bottom of 3, up 2-1. And for the Wildcats, we'll start at the top of the lineup. So it'll be Frazee, Maroney, Cotter. Second time around here for these guys. What do you expect?
Oh, man. Well, if I don't think Cooper saw many pitches last time, swung on that first one. So he's just going out there getting his timing. Hey, just go do what you did, have some fun. He's trying to get that bat hot. He turned to his mom the other day. He thought he was a little frustrated. He's like, I'm giving up baseball. And, that kid's an all-star. So he's just a little frustrated. I like to see him just find a groove and get about 3 or 4 hits today.
All right. So he took first pitch, put that one out, laced it easily past the shortstop in the gap there, and he had a base hit, turned it into a stand-up, or turned it into a double in essence with the stolen base with the bobble there in left field. In terms of pitching right now, we've got we do have number 2. Is it? Yeah, still number 2.
We got number 22 on
number
the mound
22.
now.
I was about to say the speed's a little bit different. The pants are a little different, so
yes, they are.
Still have popped the chain there on the mound. So Frazee facing a new pitcher. I don't call first pitch strike there, so good action there. A little bit of movement there at the end.
It was. It wasn't quite as fast, and maybe he showed some stuff when he was warming up, and then threw that first pitch changeup. So
That one's in the dirt for ball one, or in the turf. You know, I mention this every time. I am not going to. I got to tell you, I bet you Cooper had those pants hemmed. I know he did.
Is that the new look?
I don't know what's going on here. We got kids with high water bell bottoms, high water, jogger looking pants. We got kids without the elastic. We got kids still with the straight leg look, the baggy look. It's crazy. 1-2 here for Frazee. Let's see if he takes a healthy hack here on an outside pitch. He will. That's laced. And that's going to drop right. So nice work there by the center fielder. Hit too hard.
I mean, you can't hit that ball any harder. Just right on a line drive right to him.
So give credit to number 6 center fielder there for the Bobcats. Takes 3 or 4 steps forward. And if Cooper hits that any softer, that's a base hit. I don't know if he could have hit it any harder. That was well struck.
He put it right back where it was pitched, and unfortunately, they made a great play.
So that'll bring up 2-hole hitter, second baseman Camden Maroney. He'll have a chance to swing here. He had to get those bunt signs. He probably wanted to shake that off from Coach Mounts. He's back in more in his zone. Does take first pitch strike. So give credit to number 22. He's coming in and getting ahead on the count against the first couple of batters here for the Wildcats. Oof. Anything different from this pitcher? Are we seeing anything like?
Just a little bit. And Preston doesn't like the slower speed, so he's gonna have to wait till it's tomorrow and then swing. So, or sorry, Camden. I apologize, Camden.
No, we were following you. I think Cotter too as well. He'll put that one right back over. That'll be a base hit. So good job there by Camden Maroney. So almost matching up what Cooper Frazee did, except that one stays on the ground. That's a base hit. So nice work for Camden, who had a strikeout in the first, comes back with a hit here, and that brings up Preston Cotter, 3-hole hitter here for the Wildcats, who had a hit and a run and an RBI in the first inning.
Yeah, he did a great job. He went to left, kind of pulled it down the line, so he's going to have to wait even longer here. But
that one's going to be fouled right. It's going to have a chance to drop. Second baseman can't find it. Force at 2. Is it in time? They'll say out. Come on, Mounts.
So I guess that goes down as a fielder's choice.
Wow, Mounts. All right, so
but you know what?
That's not an error.
So where's the? Can it be an error if you get out of the play and nobody advances?
Yeah.
Now the fact of the matter is, the one part I think would, if he'd have stuck that slide rather than keeping his feet up, I think you're there a half a second and you make a totally different call.
Okay, it's all about presentation with baseball. I get it. So Preston Cotter, as Mike rules fielder's choice. I'm not going to fight you about it. I'm just questioning. I'm just asking. Gets to first. Camden Maroney, who I thought beat the throw to 2 on the force, is called out by Coach Mounts. That brings up Hunter Gibson, starting pitcher for the Wildcats, now I guess DHing, or back in the lineup to move back out of the lineup, one or the other. Gibson, who had a strikeout in the first inning, looking to get on base. Woof, that's going to be close. Good move there by number 22.
And, hey, if you disagree with my ruling on that, please hit us up, send us a text. I want to be running Game Changer. If you don't think that's right, let's make sure we get it right. So
no one's going to disagree with you, Mike.
Oh,
who would
I
disagree?
love to have those conversations.
Go, deep,
go ball,
deep. It's got
ball.
A chance at the wall. It's going to hit. That's going to score Cotter easily as Hunter Gibson absolutely mashes that for a stand-up double RBI.
Great job. Now he went down 0-1 in the count and said, I'm giving this ball a ride, hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. I love 2-out RBIs, so way to come through the junior.
And he'll have a little help there as number 2, I think that's Christensen comes in. Is that right?
I believe that's right.
Yeah, so Chandler coming in. That brings up 5-hole hitter, first baseman, now pitcher. In relief, Derek Shaline.
Hey,
Derek
I could still hit.
Derek with a hit in the first inning and an RBI. Stares at first pitch, ball down low and away. So nice work there by Hunter Gibson. And everyone that had a strikeout in the first inning has come out in the third inning here with a hit. So let's see if Shaline can kind of keep it going and going 2 for 2 here. 1-0. That's a big hit to short. It's going to drop. It does. Well struck. That's bobbled. Coach Mounts will send Chandler. Or no, is that that's not Chandler. And that'll be Shaline at 2 with the RBI knock.
Good job, kid. Once again, trading places with the runner out there on second base with 2 outs, another 2-out RBI. So, love it, love it.
Who? Number 2. We have a number 2 on the roster. I don't think we do.
We do for them.
No, for us.
That looks like it's Trevor Cook. So
no, that wasn't Trevor.
That wasn't Trevor.
Trevor's got the wings, man.
Oh, man, I really thought it was.
It's right there right now. Who is that?
Oh, number 2 right.
Oh, is that Westerhoff?
We did not have a number 2, so they must have found that jersey.
I don't know who it is. Is it Westerhoff? No, but regardless, RBI. So nice work there by Derek. Brings up Parker Atkinson. Parker DH-ing a little bit here. He he grounded out in the first inning. Takes a hack there, gets a little piece of it, moves the count to 1-1, 2 outs. Runner at 2 is that Trevor Cook at 2?
That's what I thought. Maybe that's what I thought was running out there.
I think that's Trevor right now. That's Trevor right now. I was talking about who scored that run, pinch hitting for Gibby. A lot of kids.
A lot of kids.
A lot of kids. That wasn't the case a few years ago. So good work by Mounts and people putting effort here in baseball in the community. Atkinson with a chopper. It's going to go to third. Throw is in time for out number 3. So 5-3 put out there for Atkinson. And that'll end it, but not after the Wildcats put up 2, thanks to my man, Hunter Gibson and Derek Shaline.
Yep. So good job by the juniors coming through there. So, hey, we'll take a quick break. We'll go to commercial. We'll be right back.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Cashion FBC is a church seeking to grow in Christ and our love for the body of Christ. With ministries from children to youth to adults, we strive to present the gospel in an engaging and meaningful way. Sunday school meets at 9:45 a.m. and worship starts at 11 a.m. Children and youth meet on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Please check our website at cashionfbc.org for more information, and we hope to see you this Sunday, located a half-mile east of Cashion.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving up skills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys of Pop Tech School.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do you.
Oklahoma Career Tech.
All right, welcome back to Lance Beitler Field. Neiman and Bobby Mike Schlein bringing today's action here for the Cashion Wildcats. Last tune-up preseason game. Season starts here Friday in a couple days as the Wildcats will be on the road versus Fairview. But until then, Wildcats and Coach Mounts will get a little extra work in here. Scrimmage game number 5 today against the Hydro Eakly Bobcats. Wildcats after 3 innings as we move to the top of 4 are up 4-1 thanks to some good work there at the top of the lineup. Bottom of the lineup has not been as strong, but we'll see as the pitching continues, as the Coach Graham and Coach Mounts kind of work to see what happens. We'll see where we're at. But we've got Derek Shaline on the mound. The junior had a K and was able to draw a double play with Cooper Frazee. So he finds himself back out on the mound. He'll be facing off against right-hander number 21. That's straight up. Let's see, someone's going to have to call that. Looks like Derek Shaline, work back.
Oh, hey, little back pedal. Circus was in town for a second, but we made the play, so good stuff.
Wow. Yeah, tough play there coming off the mound, and really that wasn't a play for Wano, and it wasn't a play for the second baseman, Camden Maroney. So Derek had to make that, and he does. He'll get the pop to one, the pop to pitcher for out number 1.
So as your heart beats a little bit, you get to go right back on the rubber and throw a pitch. So we'll see what happens.
He helped himself out. Comes back.
That's what we like to see.
Gets the strike. So that'll be number 8 who had a backwards K in the second inning. right-hander here for the Bobcats. Again, appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV, free of charge. Thanks to our fantastic sponsors in the bottom right-hand corner. Can't do it without them, so make sure you visit their website. So you'll see right there right now, who do we have? We just had somebody on there, Blue Ribbon Construction I thought we had, and now Candid Photography. But definitely make sure and take care of our fantastic partners that make this free of charge for you. 1-1 here for Shaline, and it looks like we're slowly getting that sun to drop. An inside fastball swung on for strike 2. I love Derek has absolutely worked every part of the zone here.
He has. Been in, been down. I've been pleased with his outing so far. So watch, that's the dad jinx there. But hey,
there's no such thing. I'm in the booth. I'm in the booth. Wind is blowing out towards third base. Nice cool breeze. It's nice here. Beautiful day. Breaking ball. Does he get the corner?
No,
if I'm the umpire, it is. I ring him up.
You can usually tell when a kid takes a little bit extra time there on the mound. He's trying to get his hand just right. Says, I got something nasty coming. So
we got a ball there loose, so appreciate our dugout trying to get that. All right, so we've got conversation here. I don't know what's going on. We're going to have exchanges with the baseballs. I don't know where that made. Did that come from the? It did. It came from the bullpen for height. How did that happen?
Oh wow. That's well. There could be that fence is kind of curling up a little bit. I guess there's a chance that it got
came under, hit
there.
a wall, rolled.
Yeah.
How did we miss the roll?
I don't know.
Wow, that's crazy.
Missed all those kids too.
2-2, 1 out. Pitch, fastball swung.
There you go.
Strike 3 around the horn it goes. Yes, sir, Mr. Wano. And Derek Shaline with another K. He's got 2 on the day thus far. That'll be out number 2, and that'll bring up the 8-hole hitter number 23 here, who had a backwards K, I believe. So nice start here for Derek Shaline here, facing his third batter here in the 4th inning. Lights are on.
They are.
Love those LED lights. We're going to start doing some dancing lights here. I got to get Coach Mounts to get that app going. A little double hit, chopper foul ball. Derek with a little bit of smiley smile.
Yeah, I went and got his home run ball the other day, and the lady informed me that those lights are really bright. If we could turn them out of her backyard, she'd appreciate it. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Nope. That's, hey, you get the benefit of living so close to Cashion.
All right.
Chopper, Camden Maroney with the glove, throw in time, out number 2. Good wheels there by number 23, but not fast enough as Derek Shaline draws a little slow roller to Camden Maroney. Maroney gobbles that up, and he sends it over for out number 3 on the 4-3 put out, and that will be 1-2-3 again for Derek Shaline. He's faced 6 batters. He's got 6 outs, and as we move to bottom of 5, bottom of 4, we'll go to timeout. Be right back. CWTV.
Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape is not your ordinary pool builder. From traditional to exotic and anything in between, our staff offers paramount quality and service through the entire design and build process. We provide service to the entire OKC metro and surrounding towns. So relax, knowing our team is wholeheartedly committed to building a trusting and lasting relationship with you. Visit us on Facebook or give us a call today at 405-285-9729. Absolute Pools, Lawns, and Landscape.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
All right, welcome back. Cashion Wildcats TV, live from Beitler Field in Cashion, Oklahoma. Neiman Bobby, Mike Shaline bringing you Cashion Baseball 2023. Tune-up here against the Bobcats of Hydro Eakly. It's Wildcats up 4-1, bottom of 4. And we have a new pitcher here for the Bobcats and Coach Graham. It's number 15. We'll call him pitcher number 2. And Wildcats, again, doing damage. 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Let's see if we can get the 2 in the third here to extend the lead. Leading off for the Wildcats in the bottom of 4 will be freshman Kyle Yao. On deck, Zane Stimke, and in the hole, Braden Stimke. Wildcats will go 7, 8, 9. And I'm under the assumption that, or understanding that, Coach is going to treat this like a game in essence, where we won't.
Is that right?
I don't know, but we've already seen just 2 from Gibby, and now most likely no one's on the mound. I don't know if Shaline comes back out.
I've been looking, whoever's over in the bullpen, there's some little kids. They got some nice stuff, but I don't think they're coming into this game.
No. So just trying to figure out how Mounts wants to run this again. The last game prior to opening or season opener against Fairview on the road. So Kyle Yao, freshman, hit into a 6-3 play. And that well-struck ball right over the shortstop. And again, I've just been impressed. Yao has just made plays, right? So, if you're a kid trying to get out here, we were talking about this during the break, you better be able to hit. And of all the kids that are kind of on that fringe, right, as we think about, opening day and basketball players, et cetera, Kyle has definitely solidified him an opportunity to go on the road Friday to start.
For sure. And that was the question I was going to ask you. Okay, so now that baseball doesn't have districts anymore, and you got to load your schedule, and coaches are voting for where your place is in the top 8, is it one of those things where you get up on a team and you just got to keep playing your starters? Can you play the younger kids? Do you have to have show points? Do you have to win by so many runs? Are you trying to run rule as many as you can? It's not like when districts, if you got a run rule, you had this many points and you could back off and put kids in. Is it about show? Like if you show that you gave up too many runs, does that look bad on you?
Man, it's a great question. I have, and I know we're supposed to little throw it back there. Zane Stimke up the bat there as Kyle Yao with a well-struck ball single gets back to first. We're supposed to stay positive here, but we're also Homer Television here on Cashion Wildcats TV. And while I won't be putting anyone down specifically, I don't trust one coach in the state of Oklahoma to actually vote like either from an fully educated standpoint or an unbiased standpoint. I've just, in my experience, have seen too much good old boy and protect each other. So to answer your question, based on that, yeah, you got to go out and you got to put a whooping on people.
Right.
And is that great for baseball? No, I don't think so. And in fact, the reason, in my opinion, districts work in Class 3 and above, and that's because teams actually play football. And so that's why it works. And and by playing districts, you take the voting bias out of it, and you just win your district. I'm going to call strike with covered base, so that's a strikeout for Zane Stimke. So for out number one. So for me, the answer is district play. And then that's when you can get back. You win your district,
you're done.
You're fine.
Yep.
But because we have teams that are big enough to play football that choose not to because they want to put all of their resources, time, and effort to winning baseball or in basketball in some cases, we're left with this model where, well, we can't play districts.
Right.
Well, there is no districts because it doesn't match football. So, again, back around again, the world. I've come back. I believe you have to, because coaches aren't educated, they're not following. They vote based on regional biases and what they want. They protect, the baseball. In my experiences, the fall baseball guys protect their baseball homeboys. And so because of that, yeah, Coach Mounts as a outsider, as a football team playing 2A,
right,
he's got to pour it on.
And I guess I need to dig into it more. How is state seeded? Does one play 8? Does all that stuff? So when you are picking your class, who am I going to put in my top 8? I want to stay away from X place, and so I'm going to put him this place. I think it just leaves a lot up to interpretation.
You should never allow coaches to. And again, we can talk about the bias. I think it's a great question. I just don't think they can do it. I don't think in their internal competitiveness as a coach. We saw Anadarko basically go. We had a 4-2 basketball game, and that had everything to do with winning a game. Right. Doing everything they can to win a game. I don't think coaches are capable of being unbiased and educated. That's outside for ball 2 here against Braden Stimke, the freshman. I don't think they can do it. I just don't think they physically and mentally can do it. So for me, I'm just like you. I say get rid of the vote. They tried to do it, but there was so many non-football baseball schools that complained, and they got the board to change it again, so we went back to having no districts. But, Joe, third base line.
And, that's so important. That top 8 spots, you're going to host a regional.
Yep.
I mean, we want people here. Obviously, we talked about the backstop being here. You know your own field. There's nuances. I mean, if we were playing in Guthrie, where right field is a berm, I mean, there's some advantages to playing in your own park for sure. So
well, and so the situation is though they take out that bias because after regionals there is a reseeding of the teams. So you might have been and the Wildcats, typically the only football school in that mix. Chopper Stimke to short. It's going to go. It'll be a force. Chance at 2 is not there. Or force at the double play not there. Bobbled by the shortstop number 2. He's able to get the fielder's choice in essence. So good work by Stimke putting it in play. We'll get the fielder's choice out number 2 as Kyle Yell heads back to the dugout, and that'll bring up top of the lineup here Cooper Frazee. So again, the Wildcats typically, while again, probably a top 3 team last year.
Right.
Out of the spring, they were ranked between 6, 7, and 8 all season.
Right.
Frazee will chop that one up foul, and so, in some cases we should feel blessed that we were actually given a top 8 vote, right?
I mean, seriously, if you're going to vote for all your fall baseball guys, I mean, it makes it hard to punch in there. It just does.
And again, another reason why if you choose to not have football, even though you could easily put an 8-man football team out there or even 11. I look at teams like Silo and Dale that have over 200 kids, well more than Cashion.
Right.
They choose not to play football. They choose. The scenario and situation is fine. If you choose to do that as a team, then you go play with other teams that want to do fall baseball.
Right.
If you choose to do that, that's fine. It's unfair in essence, and that's why we haven't seen a football school, a team that offers football or doesn't play fall baseball wins the state title in the spring in the last 30 years.
Sure.
It's not rocket science. Frazee, that will be chopped foul off his body, and that'll work left side. So 0-2 for Frazee as Stimke heads back to first base. So again, if you separate them out, then, hey, guess what? If you play football, then you play in a football district. You play baseball in that same district, and you move on. You do what everybody else in the entire state of Oklahoma does.
Right.
But we make a lot of concessions for schools to not play football. That one's outside low. That was close. It is. That's going to be called strike, and I think that's a 4-1 call there. So nonetheless, Frazee takes a backwards K, and the Cashion dugout with a couple of Ric Flair woos, making sure that we have the situation heard there. So that'll be out number 3. That'll end it here in the 4th inning. Wildcats with their first scoreless inning. Oh, actually, we did have a scoreless inning in the 2nd inning. I apologize.
They're 2-0 along the way. So
I love the conversation. I didn't ask you to bring this conversation up, but again, we make so many concessions for schools to play fall baseball. We do everything for that group. We don't do anything for the groups that are trying to offer multiple sports.
Right.
But easily, District and Cashion could be, just like in football, Crescent, Minco, right? You just Watonga, you just follow your district, and then you work through. It's real simple.
My biggest thing is this is a sport for kids to have activity. If the W is all you care about, then when you get up 7-8 runs, you can put some younger kids in there. But if we're worried about what the score is on the end and how it looks, it doesn't create that opportunity for everyone.
Look, it's just not good, right? It's placating and supporting a handful of teams now that are taking advantage of the scenario and situation, right? Everybody knows my opinion on this, but it's not because Cashion's fine. We've done absolutely fine. Since I've been here at Cashion, we've been fine. We've been good. We've competed and won state titles in 3 different sports if you're on the boys' side.
Right.
Girls have competed on the basketball side, and in track they've won. This is not about Cashion, but this is about teams like, I don't know, you Warrika. Just put, or not Warrika. Let's put a team like Ringling, or not even Ringling. Let's not even use Ringling.
They're a football school.
Yeah, let's just say Minco. And Minco is a school that does well, but they may never have a chance, right?
With that scenario.
With that scenario.
Yep.
And
is that vote public? Do you get to see what each one of those coaches votes?
I think, well, it's a board that votes. Oh, are you talking about the I
seating.
think, no, you don't. You don't.
And I think it should be.
Yeah, I think it should be as well. Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. We had this discussion with basketball. There was somebody that wasn't voting Dale in 2A basketball. Someone was still getting a number one vote, like someone was giving OCA a vote, and we joked and laughed, like who could possibly do that,
Right.
and who would do that? And we thought maybe the Dale coach, Coach Edmondson, would probably maybe vote for somebody else, but I don't think it's made public, and it's to protect them. But
Right.
in essence, again, there's no reason for a vote. Move out if you don't want to play football, go do your own thing, whatever. Go play teams elsewhere. For everyone else that wants to offer up all the sports and do the right thing in terms of athletics for the kids,
Right.
then get all the football teams together, run a district, no
Be done with
worries.
it.
To your point, you don't have to run it up. You can get other kids to play. All the good things that happen.
So what is the reason? I know you say for football, but why can't you run districts anyway, regardless if you play football or not?
They tried. They tried. And what ended up happening, that one year that we tried to do it, you had teams that don't play football actually having to play other schools that don't play football, right? They couldn't set their own schedule.
Right. Oh,
and so they were having to play other tough teams or having to travel a long way.
I remember the long travel.
2.5 hours, 3 hours to go find somebody in district to play. Because what ended up happening is the folks in that Shaline trying to get that third strike. Does he get it? He sure does. As turn on his fair play, Connor says, whatevs. So Derek Shaline with the strikeout against number 12. And that was nice work there as Derek gets out number 1 on the backwards K. And that brings at the top of the lineup number 2, the right-hander here for the Bobcats. Had a ground out in the first, a hit in the second, has done well. So what ended up happening was they were so worried about, Silo and Dale having to play each other in a district since they're right next to each other, right? They went ahead and had to separate out the districts, which meant people had to drive inordinate, just these crazy amounts, right? We were meeting teams in Elk City to play.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember that?
Yes.
So they were like, oh, we can't do that, right? So that's the dilemma. Again, if you want to play football, if you don't want to play football, fine, but go do your own thing. Move away. Go away. Go do your own thing. Allow all the schools that actually want to play sports and not specialize in one or two sports. And then all of a sudden the district play is easy.
Right.
Cashion's playing Minko, Crescent, Watauga.
Yep.
It works. We're just like 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, and everything is normal. You don't have to worry about votes. You just go play, win your district, and then work through a natural cycle in the regional.
A W is a W.
It works for everyone else, but we do so much to protect schools, that don't want to play football. And we got plenty of schools that could easily separate them out. It's not that difficult. 2-1 here for Shaline. Well-struck ball to right center. Chased down as the call to 2 is there. Will it be in time? Cutoff. Throw. Came to Maroney, not in time. Oh, almost gets the out there. Well-struck ball, and I tell you what, number 2 is having a day there as he's got his second hit of the day. I think that's the first one given up by Shaline, and that'll bring up 2-hole hitter number 6. Who's in right field? Is that still?
Let's see what we got.
I don't think that's Zane Stimpke.
Girls, you're going to have to help me. You got my binoculars. You're going to help me out.
I think Zane has moved out, and because Zane can make that throw. I thought that throw was a little bit off and short to Cam. Little wheel move, no cover there for Shaline. I like the work there to keep the base runner honest. Hey, and I'm charged to keep it on the positive, but I'm going to keep it honest here on Cashion Wildcats TV.
Of course.
And it's not, and again, this has nothing to do with Cashion. We're fine. We compete.
Oh, without a doubt.
We compete, and we do what no other small school does here in the state of Oklahoma. Nobody can match what we do here. So I'm good. We have all the great resources, great faculty, great staff, administration, coaching. I'm speaking on behalf of all of those other 2A schools out there that have to deal with it. It's Creed Kastner. Thank you, baby. So Creed Kastner, the junior out there. Little throwback. It's loose. Runner will go. It's going to be a slow roller. I don't think Yao will have a chance. And so we'll have a stolen base here. Give credit to number 2. He's a one-man machine here, pitching and hitting and running for the Bobcats.
If you throw that spin move, you got to get it there. So it's hard to pick that off the ground when the runner's sliding back in and everything else. So that allows the runner to move up 90 feet.
So love seeing Creed Kastner out there in right field. Fastball right side. That's going to be fouled off. So that'll move the count to 1-1. if you'd like to have this conversation continue, feel free to come. I do have an opinion about it, and it's not wrong. It's not wrong. I've yet to anyone tell me that, it's fair for teams to play in the spring and in the fall. And when we see the outcomes that happen, right, we'll throw down there from Barrick Wano. No one can I don't know how anyone can agree that there's not an advantage gained by a school who has as many kids. They have the money. Have you seen some of the resources that some of these schools have? I'm telling you, Latta, Silo, Dale.
Pretty nice.
They got some nice gyms and some nice bonds that are being passed as they live next to some really large communities. Dale living next to Shawnee, Latta next to Ada, and Silo next to Durant. But no one's making them actually have to do something. And so if you're not going to make them do something, then support all the other schools that are trying to do the right thing by offering multiple sports and not specializing in one or two sports. I will give credit to Latta. Latta does offer a cross-country and a golf team, so they do things other than baseball, softball, and basketball. Breaking ball outside doesn't drop enough inside, so that moves count to 1-2 here for Shaline with 2-2. I apologize, with one out. Runner at third is number 2. He's had a great day here for the Bobcats and Coach Graham. Let's see if Derek can work something back inside to get this strikeout. That's down and low. It's a good spot.
Press just a little bit, so.
That's okay. He had a little wiggle room there, up 1-2 here. Now full count, though. So let's see what the junior can do. The right-hander's got an opportunity here to kind of continue to hold the Bobcats at bay.
There it is.
And we'll get it right at the knees. Wando was thinking about throwing it around. I'm glad he didn't, or maybe he was just looking at the base runner. So that'll be another strikeout for Derek Shaline. That one is another backwards variety. Good work there getting the outer 8th or 9th or 12th or just the outer inch of that plate. So that brings up out number 2, his second strikeout here in the 5th inning. And that brings up the big boy, number 33, first baseman. Right-hander in, breaking ball drops it in for strike 1. First baseman here, 3-hole hitter, right-hander had a hit and a run in the first inning, had a strikeout in the 3rd inning. Let's see if Derek can get him back again. Derek working in his 3rd inning here in the game today. Hunter Gibson was the starting pitcher here in the first couple of innings. We've got nobody on the mound. Has a good spot, just a little low. I don't know if you want to put anything in the zone for this kid.
And I think that's what he's thinking is, hey, big old kid, runner on third. When you're up 0-1, you don't have to give him anything.
Yeah, you got 2 outs as well. You've got room to wiggle. Woof! Brings the heat, gets him chasing.
I like the outer half pitch right there.
Yeah, I do too. So strike 2. So well ahead is Derek Shaline. Derek, again, working with 4 Ks already in the day. He's only given up 1 hit, and that was to number 2, who's sitting at third base. Well-struck ball. Definitely outside.
All right.
2-2.
I thought he took a little more time. I was like, oh, here we go. Here's the breaking ball. Wait,
no, I don't think we're gonna see one here, Mike. I think he's either going maybe change up, but I don't think there's gonna be any breaking ball here. I think he's gonna try to sit him down. Oh, well, I lie.
And that's one of those things with a runner on third base, 2 outs. Do you throw anything that's going to bounce that causes the catcher to have to work that hard?
No, the answer is no.
I agree. I think you just challenge him otherwise.
Yeah, I agree. If he walks him, no worries, but certainly would love the K here. Gets a chopper. Frazee with the glove. Rounds it. Throw to 1. Is it in time? It's off the glove of Ryder Lycan. So error at 1 will score a run. Good work there by number 33. Big boy running down. So E3, that scores number 2. And the Bobcats, who've have been held scoreless in innings 2, 3, and 4, get a run here in the 5th inning.
I mean, it's a shame you almost got out of that, got exactly what you wanted, a ground ball there, and just the one hopper that's a little bit hard to handle. So,
I thought Ryder had a good step to the ball. I just don't think he had his eyes on it. Honestly,
Right.
It looked like his head was up on that, was just praying for it. Not praying for it, was just kind of willing it into his glove. Inside pitch, let's see what they call. Call strike. Excellent call there. I'd call that strike 2 against number 15, 4-hole hitter, shortstop. Had a walk in the first, a walk in the third. Let's see if Derek can't come back here and strand one and get the out. I don't know if 33 is a risk here at running.
would have liked to seen the pickoff move right there.
Yeah. So here's a situation where, are your catchers your eyes as well? You get a sign from the catcher to let you know we've got a good lead here at 1. Let's take a hack, or is that up to the pitcher? Or is that up to Derek to make a move when he wants it?
I think it's up to Derek to make a move, as far as my understanding on this team.
Popped up.
Foul territory.
Right side. Derek had a chance.
The pitcher shouldn't have to come and get that.
Yeah. So Ryder Likens again, and he probably had the best chance at that next to Wano. Barrick, I think that's just being a freshman. I think he saw Derek hauling butt in there and probably just said, okay, I'm going to let the junior get this one.
Well, we've had those conversations before. We all know, priorities and who should catch what. But then you throw in underclassmen and upperclassmen in there, and I don't want to steal some. I think that it's just you got to play by the basic baseball rules.
Yep, I agree with you. Runner goes. Nobody at two. That's going to be overthrown. Looks like we will have a runner. Let's see if Kyle will let that one go under his glove. So that's going to be an easy stolen base. Great job by Derek. The rest of the infield was falling asleep. So, and barely any communication. If Coach Mounts wants to say anything, he's got to hear it. He's got to have that talk, and your catcher has to start with him as he's got eyes on that runner.
Man, it's a shame to see him go all the way from first to third on that for sure.
Because
you had him dead. For sure.
Dead to rights. Yeah. In fact, I think Derek could have had a chance to run him down at 2 if he wanted to. So that one goes on the team. That one goes against your shortstop. That one goes against your catcher, your dugout, your first baseman, your second baseman. They got to be talking. Derek made the move, but no one moved with him, and he'll get the K. He says, forget it. We'll just take care of business. Strike 3, Derek gets his 5th strikeout in 3 innings. Great job there by my man, the junior Derek Shaline. That'll be out number 3. That'll strand 1, but they will put 1 on the board as the Bobcats will move to bottom of 5 with the Cashion Wildcats down 4-2. We'll take a timeout. Be right back. Cashion Wildcats TV.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Kyle and Gina Van Druff have the answers to all your real estate and insurance needs. These guys will have you covered in a one-stop shopping experience. They are local agents, local supporters, and active in the Cashion community. They are also proud parents of past and present Cashion students. Kyle and Gina help their clients make the right choice. Don't wait till it's too late. Call 405-607-4300. Go Wildcats and number 88. Let's have a great year.
Walk it up, get you some.
Okay, welcome back. Cashion Wildcat TV, podcasting or production of Cashion Wildcat Baseball. Name of Bobby Mike Shaline, live from Lance Beitler Field in beautiful Cashion, Oklahoma. Gorgeous day, right around, I don't know, was it 60-something, or was it, what was the temperature?
It was 76 when we started.
76,
Let's see what we got.
Oh my gosh. Who doesn't love Oklahoma weather like this? This is phenomenal. We need more days like this. I tell you what, if the entire world was 72 to 78 every single day, I bet you there'd be a lot less crime.
70 degrees.
70 degrees right now. A little bit of wind blowing out. It's actually still up a little bit, blowing out the left field. But, again, appreciate you guys joining us. The Wildcats taking on the Hydro Eakly Bobcats from northwestern Oklahoma, Class A, led by Coach Graham. Bobcats quality team on the basketball court and on the baseball field. And this is a school that's small. So
right.
This is why,
this is not the ones we're talking
this
about.
This is not what we're, God bless the Bobcats. They come out, they're competing. They brought, looks like they've got another 3 kids in the dugout. So, they got 12 kids. They still do have basketball. I will tell you, Sealing did make the State A title, state
Hydro.
tournament.
Yep.
Yeah, Hydro. Yeah, I think they did. Maybe not. Maybe it was just Sealing. I apologize. Maybe they didn't. But they historically have had a really good basketball team. Have gone to state. But, we're not talking about these folks. We're talking about schools that have between 150, 120 to 250, almost 300. In fact, Silo has moved up to Class 3A based on their size, and they still have no football. So, again, that's the conversation we're having. Again, they let them do them. That's not me beefing on them. They're chasing trophies. Go for it.
Right.
But there's no reason. It's a shame that other schools have to compete with that. when they're playing football in the fall. 1-1 here for Camden Maroney. Lead off here for the Wildcats. 2-hole hitter. Camden on the day had a strikeout in the first, had a hit and a run in the third inning. Camden well-struck ball over second base. Take that inside pitch. As they say, Camden's a big old boy.
Hey, he's a big old boy that gets on base a lot.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah. Camden, again, and big barrel-chested kid, big legs, but the kid can move. He can absolutely move. Oof, big hack there.
I like the 3-1 cut there.
Yeah, I do too. I absolutely do. Full count here. We have a new pitcher, number 8. What do you see from him thus far?
Oh, man. I mean, all these guys are about the same speed, so I don't know that he's going to mix you up too much. We haven't seen much of a breaking ball yet, being the first batter of him being out there, but he definitely works on this right side of the pitcher's plate, which is a little bit different angle. You see it kind of coming from that direction a little bit.
Swung on a miss, so gets the K. Around the horn it goes. So credit number 8 coming in. First batter faces Maroney, and he gets the swinging miss. That'll be strikeout for him, and out number 1. As that will bring up 3- and 4-hole hitter Preston Cotter up to bat, and Hunter Gibson on deck. Again, appreciate you guys joining us here on Cashion Wildcats TV. Great night. Wildcats. As Cotter takes one off the handle, jammed up. That's going to go right over the shortstop. An excellent play by number 2. He has been the man of the night for the Bobcats. Great track down over the shoulder catch. Give him credit. We don't have his name, but give him credit for the out.
Man, great job tracking that. I thought that was going to be a CNI single out there, and he just kind of over his shoulder makes the catch.
So Cotter getting jammed up on that inside pitch off his handle, kind of bloops it out. That brings up Hunter Gibson, breaking ball outside for ball 1. Hunter Gibson on the day had a K in the first, but had a huge hit and an RBI in the third inning, looking to see if we can't get him on base here with the Wildcats with 2 outs.
See some action in the bullpen, and I've seen that form before. That looks like Cooper Frazee.
It is Cooper Frazee, yeah.
Get a few innings here, so.
Good action there. Looks like Justin Sylvester, a little bullpen catching for the junior. 2-0. Took a hack at that one. I probably should have let that one go.
So if that's true, that'll close the book on Derek. 3 innings pitched, 5 Ks, 1 walk, 1 hit. 1 run was scored. It was unearned.
Yep, unearned. It was a shame there. All right, 2-1, 2 outs. Bottom of 5. Gibson getting a piece of that one. He absolutely murdered that last ball, last at-bat. Had a chance to carry quite a bit. He's getting the call here, 2-2.
2-2.
Yep.
2-2, number 3. Go give it a ride.
I don't see any adjustments here. Just a little bit on the shade on the left center fielder. That's going to go third base line, off the glove. It's going to be skyballed into the dugout. Nowhere to go. Great chase down there by the catcher. Excellent work there by the Bobcat catcher coming down that first base line. He's able to get that careened off the fence. So Hunter Gibson, we'll give him credit for – you want to give him credit for a hit? That's
sure.
Eric.
Well, I was watching. Hunter really got down the line hard that time. I think he was going to beat it out if the throw wasn't there.
Okay.
So, but it did go off the third baseman's chest on a one hopper.
And it was 2 feet over the –
Yeah, I got to go E5 on –
Sorry, Hunter.
I want to, man, but it hit off the kid's chest on the one hopper. So
we don't care. We got a base runner now as Zane Stimke has come in to check in to pinch run. Love Zane on the base path. Super smart, super speedy. Derek Shaline up to bat. Actually, that's not Zane Stimke. I apologize. That's one of the freshmen out there. Derek Shaline fouled that one off. Moved the count to 0-1.
See if we can get something he likes here.
How many freshmen have moved in? Goodness gracious.
Tons.
Wow. None of them played football. Yeah, you heard me. You heard me. All you kids coming here just to play baseball, a little basketball. Didn't show up to play football. That's a miss, and that's what has to happen here in small towns. Everyone's got to pull on the rope. It's all right, in situations where, maybe you moved along, and I get it, but oof, as Derek wears that one, tough kid. And in fact, I'd love to see Derek out there playing football. But we had a lot of freshmen move in, and we had an established football team, had some good numbers, And some kids that have basically have had to make some decisions to say, okay, look, I'm going to do basketball, baseball, just basketball. But, yeah, I'm talking to all you freshman parents out there and freshman kids. You've moved in. You need to show up and do your thing for the football team. As a little handoff there. That's a fumble. You want to use a football terminology as Trevor Cook drops that helmet off from Derek's line. Derek's a tough kid. What's he weighing right now?
About 175.
It's good size for him. I like him.
5'10", 5'11".
So Derek easily wearing that last hit by pitch. So runners at first and second for the Wildcats. That brings up Parker Atkinson. You don't mind me saying that about football, do you?
No, not at all. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Derek has been asked to go out for football. He asked where he would play, and they said on the line, and he saw a few knee braces and said, I came here to play baseball. I'm not going to lie. That was the conversation. Whoa! And so I apologize. I know I'd love to see him out there on Friday nights too, guys, and that was just a choice he made.
Again, here's my deal. That's why I called out the freshman class. My deal is if you are here, you've been a part of watching 3 straight teams go to the state championship game and win a couple. Last year, I get it. Low numbers. But if you're part of that freshman crew, you need to show up for football, right? Some of these kids, they put their time in with baseball, and Derek's got a great future in front of him. That doesn't bother me. But if you're a freshman, you need to go out. So that one, give Parker some credit. Parker's got some good thick legs. He put that one out deep and went over at the funky bunch over the fence there. If he could have straightened that out, that was going to be a big knock to the fence right around the L or the 305 there on the left side. Runners at first and second, 0-2 count here for Atkinson. Big hit, gets a hold of that one. That one's going to drop fair. Nice work. That'll bring in 1 run. We're going to have a base running error here.
And that's out before the run hits the plate. So that's a huge base running error. I mean, literally a difference between a half a second. And they're going to put the run on the board. So.
All right, so that was Trevor Cook, who's got fantastic speed. That was one definitely. Did Mount send him?
I have no idea.
That's a tough one. That's one where you take a look to see where the throw goes. That was an easy out at 3.
We are going to give Parker credit. Since they're putting it on the board, we're going to give Parker credit for the RBI there. So.
All right, so good hit. Parker was on that one.
For sure.
Like seeing that. He's put the ball in play today. He grounded out in the first and grounded out in the second. Was able to get a good knock there in the RBI as Preston Cotter's pinch hitter comes in for him and scores. And while the Wildcats do get the base running out for out number 3, they will go back out. They will get a run. So that moves the count to 5-2 Wildcats as we move to top of 6.
We have a new pitcher.
We do.
Mr. Cooper Frazee taking the mound. So with this being our only scrimmage this week, they're just trying to get Cooper some innings.
Who's starting for us Friday?
Man, see, I would have thought it would have been Cooper. And maybe they still will. This is just 2 innings.
Maybe just 1.
Maybe only just 1. You're right. You got a point there. So I would think he's going to keep his arm fresh for Friday.
Is this a situation where he maybe asked Mounts, can I maybe –
That's possible.
I want to throw a little bit?
That's possible. This will just be his this is Derek's 3rd time to pitch in the scrimmages. This will be Cooper's 3rd time to pitch in the scrimmages.
So with the shift with Cooper Frazee going from short to the mound, Preston Cotter will move to third. Most likely when Chance Acord comes back, you might see a Chance Acord sighting at short where – that will leave Preston Cotter at third. As Preston moves over, that allows DH Parker Atkinson, who had just had that last hit in RBI, to move to third base. And in the outfield, I think we've got it status quo. It looks like it's going to be did we have Stimke in left? We've got Kyle Yao in center, and we've got Creed Kastner in right. That one goes off the glove and knee of Wano. Wano now seeing his 3rd pitcher, right? So he's getting some opportunities to see some different kids.
Absolutely.
And that'll bring up number 22, I apologize. Number 22, who's had 1 at bat, it looks like, that I have.
I have him having, let's see. Let's see what's going over here.
I just have 1 at bat, which was a 6'3", 6-3 ending of inning number 3. But
yeah, that's right. Oh, no, he had a walk in the first
He
inning.
did have a walk. Yeah, but walk. There it is. I can't even read my
play.
chicken scratch. Woof. 2-2 here for my man Cooper Frazee against number 22. Gets that corner. Yep, ring him up. Yep. That's tough. I know. I got you 22. So with the K, backwards style, that'll be out number 1. And that is, let's see, for the Wildcats altogether, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 strikeouts on the day.
Is that what you got?
I don't know. That's what I got. You may have less or more. I don't know. Big hit. Right field in the gap. Chasing over is Kastner. That'll go over his glove. That'll be an error to right field. Yao with the backup. There's no sun there, so that one's just missed in the air. He tracked it. He was there.
He was, for sure.
I'm not sure what happened. Last second things can happen there. A little movement. Maybe the lights. I don't know. So with the error, number 21 makes it all the way to second base. Does Cooper go over there and does he try to give Kastner a noogie or something?
I don't know. Say, hey, did you miss it in the sun? I mean, there's always those jokes. So
E9, that'll bring up number 8 7-hole hitter who has 2 Ks on the day, backwards K in the second, and a strikeout in the fourth. Fastball shows bunt in the dirt, no runner. Good work there by Wano, keeping that in front of him. If he catches that might be a strike. Did that hit the turf, or did that hit his glove and drop out?
I thought it hit his glove and dropped out.
That's what I thought so, too.
I think we're calling that a ball, though.
Okay. So 1-0 here. Yep. Shows bunt again. That one is low. So good work here by Coach Graham. I don't blame him. Little small ball here. You got a runner at 2 with 1 out.
Right.
Get a chance to maybe chip away at this lead, maybe get another pass ball or an error. Get yourself in a manageable little feeble wheel route or wheel move there by, you call it spin move, I call it wheel.
Right.
2-0. Another wheel, nobody there. Good work there by Cotter. They're smiling and chirping it up over there. Always conversation going on wherever you're at. Those boys talk. A lot of these guys know each other. I don't know about Hydro, Eakly, and Cashion, but sometimes they see each other in travel ball or just during the season, during football or basketball as well.
It is a small world for sure.
Fastball right down the middle.
Man, that had some juice on that one.
So 2-1. You can definitely tell a difference here.
Okay, I'm expecting the more aggressive pickoff move to second here with.
You think he was trying to wheel him to sleep?
I do.
Did you see what I just did there?
I did. I like that. Here it comes. Come on, let's see if Preston breaks hard. And nope.
Throws a bunt, strike. All right, bunts off. 2-2 here for number 8. He had some opportunities. Probably should. That was his best one right there. Probably should have gotten a piece of that one. So 2-2. I don't know if we'll have a hit and run here or what we're going to have here for Coach Graham, but we're going to have an attempt at a strikeout here. They're going to show bunt again. Wow.
Wow, that's brave, I guess. It's the preseason. Hey, you're going to work on this.
All right, full count. So give credit to number 8. He's hung tough here in the box against Cooper Frazee. Cooper showed bunt again. He'll pop that one, and that'll be out number 2. So came inside. That's a tough play there as that pitch moved back inside, and he'd already made his turn, had a chance to drop the bat head a little bit, and that one pops up for out number 2. And that'll bring up number 21. Is that another turn? No, that's we had some movement.
20. Yeah, this is a kid we haven't seen yet.
He came in and pinch runned a little bit,
Did he?
so
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. So do we call that? Do we call that?
I think it's a strikeout.
It's a strikeout. Yeah. So Frazee with 2 strikeouts, 2 outs. Oh, has a chance. He's kind of delayed.
Hey, I was a softball pitcher when I got 2 strikes and you hit one in foul. I sure put it down as a K because I knew where I pitched it way outside. That was my plan. So I called it a K.
All right, we will too. All right, 1-0. Frazee trying to continue to work the base runner at 2, keep him at bay. He's going to go. Swung. Throw to 3's in time.
Oh, yeah,
Atkinson with the out. Easy play. And you know what? Look, I want to give credit to Wano. I want to give credit to Parker Atkinson. I'm going to say the real credit goes to the absolute fastball by Cooper Frazee. What a just an advantage if you're a catcher when you've got a kid that's throwing mid-80s, throws his speed, and you have a chance on a throw down to first or from to second or third, right?
Absolutely. I mean, and it's not something in the dirt. It's nothing done to pick it. It's boom. It's all in tempo, and you go down there and get there. That was Barrick Wano's second caught stealing of the game. So glad to see.
And Barrick's got to make the throw, which he's done. Right, he made that throw earlier at 2. It was a great throw, and Cooper Frazee was there on the grab. Great grab by Cooper. And there, give credit to Wano as well as Cooper or Parker Atkinson. Do you want to take a timeout or you want to hang tight?
That's might as well.
Okay. All right. Be right back.
Now is the time to protect your family with Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi. Internet security is becoming more of a fear every day. Protect your family against malware, viruses, intrusions, cyber attacks, and more. Modern internet deserves modern security. Get the best of both worlds with Pioneer in-home Wi-Fi and the Smart Wi-Fi app. Download the Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app today or visit gopioneer.com for more information.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
All right, welcome back. Cashion Wildcats TV live from Lance Beitler Field as the Wildcats are taking on the Class A Hydro Eakly Bobcats. Wildcats up here as we move to bottom of 6, up 5-2. Eamon Ababi, Mike Schlein bringing you the action. Appreciate you guys joining us here free of charge on the Squirtle Network. Thanks to our big, awesome sponsors. If you want to be a sponsor, go to CashionWildcats.tv, hit that red advertise button up top. You can still get in right now. Definitely get in for next year as we reach thousands and thousands of people all over the world. Up to bat is freshman right-hander Kyle Yao. Kyle on the day hit into a ground out in the second inning, but had a great hit right over the shortstop in the fourth inning, I believe.
Yes, nice line drive to left.
Yeah, it was left stranded, but certainly a great hit. Chases that one outside for strike one. 1-1 here for the freshman. Plays a little center field.
That's one you probably want to have back, kind of outside of his zone. Without a strike, man, you're looking for your or a pitch. It doesn't have to be just anything. So
that one's in the turf for ball 2. You know, at some point, I think probably next year they might have to replace some of these turf boxes here, some of these portions of the turf. I don't know. Big hit. It's going to go right back to shortstop. That seems to be Yao's favorite place. Throw is in time and caught. Well done there by the first baseman. In control there, number 33. I really like his game. Do you see him basically get that in his chest right in the middle and came up? Just really, really nice. Yao, well-struck ball. I mean, and that's all you can ask for is put the ball in play. So that'll be out number 1, and that'll bring up junior Creed Kastner, who replaced Zane Stimke in right field. First at bat here for the junior. He'll foul that one off right off the pole. So good cut there as he gets a good hack from Coach Mounts.
That's like a Taco Bell commercial.
Speaking of Taco Bell, I am hungry.
Amen.
I am hungry.
See if Creed can put a charge in this.
0-1. Good healthy hack. I like the cut. There's no lack of confidence here from Kastner. Kastner will do some pitching for the Wildcats this year as well. 0-2 here for the junior. Look at this stance. I'm not a big fan of this catcher here. Breaking ball. I've never understood that, but you do you, catcher.
I have to look down. I didn't see it.
He did the pogo stick, kickstand, left leg straight out kind of deal.
Tony Pena special.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that maybe on certain calls, but swing and a miss, strikeout for Creed Kastner. Tough pitch there. So that'll be out number 2. That'll bring up number 26. Is that Westerhoff?
26.
Or is that, no, that's my man Brody.
Brody Nichols.
Brody Nichols. So there you go. You asked for it. So Brody Nichols coming in, batting 9-hole, and we'll have Cooper Frazee coming back up top on deck. Takes first pitch. Let's see what they call here. Looked like it was a strike.
I thought it was a strike.
All right. So Brody, a freshman, transferring in from Piedmont. Got a lot of kids in from Piedmont and Deer Creek. That one's outside. That should be ball 2, but we'll see what they, it will be. So 2-0.
It's the 7th strikeout for the Cashion Wildcats today. I know Mounts wanted to get that number down a little bit. I thought we had overcome it against Drummond, and see, we're just missing it just a tad again.
Two 2-1 here as Nichols takes strike watching, looking. Healthy hack there. Pulled his head up completely. Was swinging for the field in Lance Beitler Field. And that one's a miss. 2-2. Again, these pitchers from Hydro Eakly aren't necessarily overpowering, but they're hitting their spots. That's a great spot right there, and that'll be out number 3. So great work there by the relief pitcher here for Coach Graham. Gets a ground out, 6-3 put out, and gets 2 Ks in a row. That one watching or looking backwards variety. That'll be 1-2-3 as the Wildcats go down. The bottom half of the lineup has not been good at all for the Wildcats today, at all. In fact, if I look at lines being drawn,
one hit?
Yeah, basically the front 6 have been fantastic, and the back 3 not so good. So that'll send it to top of 7. Are we playing 7? What's the rule here?
I have no idea. I would assume, especially with a 5 o'clock start, I would have thought we were just playing 7, but it's not like the Hydro kids have extra kids to play over here, so we'll see.
All right. So it looked like looks like Coach threw Nichols out there just to do a little pinch hitting as defense has returned to last inning form. So again, we have Shaline at 1, Maroney at 2, Cotter at 3, Atkinson at short, Cotter at 3. Atkinson at 3. I apologize. You guys can follow me. Wano behind the dish. We got Cooper Frazee on the mound, and around the outfield, Braden Stimke, Kyle Yowell, and Creed Kastner.
A little bit of action in the Hydro Eakly bullpen down there. So.
All right. I have seen a lot of baseball here at Cashion. A lot.
Are we going somewhere with that?
No, I was just thinking about. I was just thinking. Seen a lot.
How many innings? How many hours?
I've just seen a lot, and I was just thinking about, again, kids getting playing time. I love seeing it, and just, and that one goes off the handle there. As Cooper Frazee on that inside fastball gets number 21. Another number. Oh, that's right. With the out at 3.
Right.
Number 21 comes back up the bat. I was just thinking about all the different layers of baseball that have been out here. And again, this crop here is going to have a chance with the strike there, have a chance to really do well. I remember Alex's freshman year, they lost to Binger Only in the Binger
school.
Only. Yes. And they, at that time, they were in the regional finals. That'll be, I guess, a strikeout. So Cooper says, yeah, bring him up. I remember in that game, is that number 23?
That was.
I know it's 21, but he was
subbed in there.
For 23.
So now we should. What would have been number 12? I think we have a pinch hitter here, maybe.
Have to. All right, so we'll get it together. We're batting. It's the 9th batter.
This is the 9th batter.
The 9th batter. We know that. So
I was just Cooper's 3rd K.
3rd K. All right. So again, top of 7. Woof! That thing had some movement. Wow. As number 1, try to catch up with that one. I know I couldn't. So 1-1 here for the 9-hole hitter, number 1. Swung on a miss. So and Frazee just bringing the heat. And you talked about his tempo, right?
Right. So
no rest for him.
The pitch clock would not be a problem for Mr. Frazee. So.
You know what? If I were to be a pitcher, I'd probably be the same way. It'd be a situation. So we'll have a little conversation here as Frazee has a little smile as I try to figure it out. But I was just saying, again, Alex's freshman year, my oldest, again, Binger Only, that was a team with Matt Harmon and with Wilson, and Frazie's older brother was on that team. Really, really good team. That one's chopped to 1. That's going to go foul to Shaline. That'll be easy, slow roller. That'll stay the count 1-2. That team was really, really good, and they lost to a team that had a kid that had a scholarship offer to OSU and one to OU.
Wow.
Pitcher-catcher combination,
Nice.
and those kids could absolutely mash the ball. So no swung on and miss. Nice work there on the breaking ball, and that one will go under the glove of Atkinson. Again, someone's going to owe some push-ups here or something. So that'll be out number 2. But that team lost to a really, really good team that went on, again, a football-only or a baseball-only school, but went on to win. They did really well. And so then with that, the following year, lose in the regional finals to, I believe, Canute, or to, not Canute. Nice pitch on the outside there for Cooper Frazee with 2 outs. What's the team out in black and gold out in western Oklahoma, right off I-40?
Black and gold out in the west.
Not Canute.
I'm thinking in that one. I know
really
they're
good.
Not black and gold. They're
Calera.
orange.
No, was it Calera? May have been Calera. I think
it's not Calumet.
It's Calumet.
Yeah, they're orange and orange and black.
Okay, maybe it's not Calumet. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Well, nonetheless, I'm messing up. Strike 3. Cooper Frazee, absolutely fantastic there, as that was the natural leadoff there. So it's 3 Ks for Cooper. I'm not sure if he got anything out of that, but he got his arm warm.
Okay, you got five Ks in 2 innings. So nice job.
Not bad there. But that was a team where if you were to ask people like Dirk Phippen, Todd Miller, Lee Woody, Chad Wilson, among others, absolutely robbed. If you want to talk about an absolute robbing of a game, that was it. A lot of really, really. There was a play where Harley Miller was up to bat. The ball hits him on top of the helmet. He trots to first base. The home plate umpire motions him back, said that he intentionally moved his head to get
top,
hit.
Huh?
He moved his
really
head. He moved his head to get hit in the head by a ball. So he comes back, and what in essence what ended up being a third out in that situation, or a pivotal out to maybe end, or something had happened. There was 2 infield fly rules that went against the Cashion Wildcats where they're on defense, and then the exact same play while they were on offense that went against them. It was a miserable game in that essence. But that team was good enough to make state. The following year after that, you had obviously, I think you had COVID, I believe, somewhere in that mix, and Wildcats unable to make it. But then, of course, these last 2 years. My whole point is saying all this, seeing a lot of baseball. I've seen a lot of really, really good baseball players, and I've seen a lot of good baseball here with Coach Mounts. And he's kind of that quiet guy. You don't see a whole lot of – you don't hear from him. You only kind of hear from him during – he's not an administrator.
Right.
So he teaches a couple classes, keeps himself quiet, but he has absolutely built a giant out here. And that was my whole point in leading into that.
There you go.
As I was thinking about all this baseball that's been played from the cinder blocks just over by the football field, now moved over here in this beautiful facility. Coach Mounts has done an amazing, wonderful job here with the baseball program. Kind of by himself, just kind of out here, out doing his own thing, and certainly, the Wildcats will be favored to make it back to state for the 3rd straight year. As Cooper Frazee up to bat, that was a lot of me talking. Wow.
I have a question. Speaking of building a juggernaut, have we seen any kind of a JV schedule at all?
No, but I don't know if we're going to have a separate schedule, right? You could potentially have a freshman team,
right? I just wondered how many games are we going to have. You never know. When you play some of these, you have to go and play all these schools all over. Some have JV teams, some don't. So.
And I think you're just going to have to figure that out with that second game, like a 3-inning game.
Right.
I think we'll see that. I don't think that will change. I think what you might see is the chance to see a standalone tournament for the JV to go play. And Coach Mounts, just like Coach Hardaway did something this year that has never been done. He fielded a freshman team. He fielded a freshman basketball team. They played a freshman schedule. They played in a freshman tournament.
Nice.
And, they played in O'Keene and actually made it to the consolation finals. That one's well struck but popped way high. That's going to be trouble for the left fielder. He'll make the snow cone grab there in left field. And he'll be out number 1 there as Cooper Frazee will head back to the dugout. But Coach Hardaway did an amazing job. He had a brand new assistant coach, Coach Johnson, and was able to put those guys out there. They played Cassidy. They played in some varsity. They played in a varsity basketball tournament as a JV, but the freshman team went around and they did great. And so maybe Coach Mounts can get one of his assistants. And they can have that, but I have not seen anything. So here in the 7th inning, that'll be Camden Maroney. So do you think we're playing 7, or do you full 7 innings?
I think we're playing
or 9.
I think we're playing 7.5. I bet they're just letting us hit here, but I bet they go out there one more time and take some cuts. I bet Mounts is nice like that.
Well, but they're not carrying 50 kids.
I know.
So
I know.
Every one of their kids has already had an at bat.
An at bat. I agree.
So I don't know. And Hydro Eakly's not close.
You're right. It is a drive.
So I'm not wishing for anything. I'm just trying to use deductive skills to figure it out. So new pitcher here is the first baseman, number 33. He was able to get Cooper Frazee to pop up to left field. Camden Maroney falls back down 1-2 here with 1 out.
And give Coach Graham, he's using these preseason scrimmage to get a look at a bunch of his kids. This is the 5th pitcher.
Yep.
Through, we're in the 7th inning. So
inside pitch for ball 2. Well, and Coach Mounts has done the same here. I mean, with not as many pitchers, but certainly been there. Funky bunch sitting out there in 3rd inning, and we've got the playpen here. You got the kids in the bullpen. It's we're going to call that the Lance Beitler Daycare Center. As they round in the kids there in the fenced in, and they're racing back and forth. But again, a beautiful facility here. Can't wait to see the Bermuda come up. Speaking of Bermuda, I got to get my lawn spray. I got to get my lawn chopper. Maroney, that'll go to 2. Throw is in time for out number 2. So I think Camden would want that one back. Not well hit. Easy play there for the second baseman, and so that'll bring up number 12, Preston Cotter, with 2 outs.
Yes, I need to get my yard sprayed as well.
So I've already priced it out at the co-op. They are not a sponsor here of Cashion Wildcats TV, but I love the co-op. I don't go out there to drink coffee or anything. I don't do anything like that. But I do go out there to get a battery, some tires, parts, whatever. But I'll definitely get my chemicals out there. Do a little pre-emergent, do a little roundup. And it'll die. It'll probably run me about $300, but it'll get me about 3 acres sprayed. Nice. Yeah, I think so. Up top, sometimes last year I was very heavy with the wand around some of the shrubbery.
That's good. So just to give you a price idea. So you have 3 acres. I have 1 acre. $190 to come out and spray my yard, opposed to $300. But you're getting. When you break that down per acre, you're doing a whole lot better.
Well, maybe it's more than 3 acres then. I don't know. I've got like 5 or something, but I don't do a lot of it. And he's going to wear that. I know he doesn't want it. So I'm so glad that you said that. So who do you use?
Gary's Lawn and Weed.
Gary's Lawn and Weed.
But keep in mind that's $194, but he comes out like 5 times a year. So my cost is.
Oh, so that's $190 a visit.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just do it one time a year. Now, Brett Green, who has the greatest 3 acres of grass you'll ever see in your life. He's amazing, Brett Green. I love that guy. He's already out sprayed. He's done it's kind of, we call it like painter's cut, right? You cut with the spray as well. I follow that lead. His lawn is fantastic. He'll hit it up a few times with a little bit of fertilizer. I just hit one time and that's it, and say, let's see what happens. Roll the dice. 0-1 count here for my man Hunter Gibson. Lazy throw back to 1, not in time. And speaking of other businesses that aren't Squirtle partners, and we'll have a little Wisely as number 20. Is that Jaden Bolton? Yeah,
that is.
I think it's Jaden Bolton. Heads out to pinch run. Not very wise to get Cotter out back in the dugout. We have a new pizza place getting opened up.
That's what I hear.
Fennel and Flour. Martinez family. I met Carlos. He does all the cooking there. Amazing. I am telling you, this will rival an upper crust or
really.
Yes, this will rival any of the bougie restaurant pizza kitchens that you'll see. Runner goes on the pass ball will be Bolton. He'll easily get to 2. It will rival, if not surpass, any of those places that you go to in the Paseo District or Midtown or Downtown or Memorial or in Edmond. Amazing. We are we're going to be so blessed. I'm telling you. Now they will. I didn't sell them, but they had to say they're gonna advertise with Squirtle.
Okay.
They're going to have a couple TVs, so they're hoping like during baseball games and football games, if it's cold, come over, watch a little bit of it, eat, go back out. Amazing. They're going to have Detroit, Chicago, and New York style pizzas. The crust is amazing.
Nice.
So the meatballs are amazing. Sauce is amazing. Also, I got to take a look at a chicken barbecue among others. They're going to have desserts. They're going to have big chocolate chip cookies. As Hunter Gibson takes a healthy hack there, moves at full count. They're going to have milkshakes.
Oh, wow.
They're going to have 3 types of salads. And then they're going to, on Sundays, they're going to do like a pasta meal for just Sundays for people to take home.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man, amazing, amazing. 3-2 count. Pitch is well outside. No runner as Gibson was like, I ain't swinging at that. Almost caught it off his bat. He's lucky it didn't hit it. And that'll bring up Derek Shaline as we have a pinch runner here for Hunter Gibson. So runners at first and second, 2 outs here for the big righty first baseman that's moved on to the mound here for Coach Graham. So I know I've talked it up. I know, but I know pizza. I love pizza.
Right.
This place is legit. And they're going to be selling pizza by the slice, so you can go over there and get you a big New York-style slice.
There you go.
If you're hungry in between games or whatever, go up. I mean, we are so lucky. So lucky. Shaline takes first pitch. Are they going to call strike? I don't know. Yeah, they'll call ball. So ball 1-0. Derek on the day has a hit and a hit. He's 2 for 2.
2 for 2 and got hit by pitch on the third at bat.
Hit by pitch on the third at bat. Thank you for that. That's right. I forgot to mark that one. 1-0. Fastball over the middle. Just missed. That's just a little behind.
Just a little bit.
Just a little behind.
Hey, back to this pizza, you all, my kids.
Yeah,
all
I'm starving.
Kids hitting up.
I'm starving.
Like, are we talking like brick oven? Are we talking traditional? Because you said rival. Some people that.
I didn't look back in the kitchen to see if it. I don't think it's brick oven. I didn't see any wood.
Either way, I'm good either way.
But
so.
I'm telling you, the Martinez, Carlos. I talked to him. Throwback is not in time, so. I'm telling you, it's legit.
Okay.
And Joe's made that day in the restaurant.
Very nice.
I'm telling you, like, and they're getting a liquor license, so you know we've got an establishment here in town where you can get some liquor, but you also smell a little smoke. And
right.
This place you'll be able to go. Maybe if you're into beer or wine, great, you get a chance. Obviously, don't drink and drive, but you'll have a chance at dinner to maybe have an adult beverage. So. At some point down the road. I don't think they're going to have that at their opening. So I'm a fan. I'm ready to go. And we'll go over to Queen Latifah's barbecue place.
Right.
We'll be set here in Cashion. But it is a big-time restaurant. I'm super pumped about it. People are going to come to Cashion to eat. I'm telling you, it's that good. Runners at first and second. Wheel route, nobody there to cover as Jaden heads back to 2. Wildcats looking to extend this lead 5-2. We don't know what's going to happen here. We think we might have another half inning. We do have a pitcher out on the mound in the bullpen, so maybe we're going 8 or 9. Who knows?
We'll find out.
As Coach Graham will have a chance to pitch every single person. That's a drop third strike, and with 2 outs, and that'll be the out number 3. So right idea by Derek to run, but it will be out number 3.
Another K for the Wildcats. Oh, but now all of a sudden we got people coming.
So we are done.
Out, so.
All right, so we did play a full even, then we did end. The Wildcats victorious 5-2 here tonight on a beautiful night in Lance Beitler Field. We appreciate you guys joining us here again. The Wildcats doing it behind the arms of 3 pitchers. It was Hunter Gibson starting the day. It was Derek Shaline in middle relief, and it was closer Cooper Frazee coming in to only allow 2 runs. A ton of strikeouts for
11 total.
11 total. Team. So Wildcats finished the preseason undefeated 5-0, seeing teams from homeschool, 2A, A. Right. We saw Santa Fe South at the 5A, 4A level.
Right.
Who else did we see?
So it was
Drummond in Class A.
Yep. That was a 10-2 finish, so 5-2 finish. So never allowing more than 3 runs in a game. So that's nice. I thought the pitching was solid today. You saw hits from the top 7 in your lineup. So once you solidify the bottom half of that, I think we'll see consecutive hits and we'll score some runs for sure.
And that's been the deal. The Wildcats can pitch, but we've been a truly an offensive team over the last few years.
For sure.
I mean, yes, again, the last 4 or 5 years, putting up a lot of runs, a lot of kids throughout the lineup that can hit small ball. basically mashing home runs. So that'll be something that we'll definitely want to continue to see as you offered up as the bottom half of the lineup will get retooled. So Wildcats will have their first game, opening season game at Fairview Friday at 5 p.m. They'll be on the road again Monday against Okarche. We'll see what happens with basketball. But, Mike, any last thoughts before we close it up?
No, I thought it was a good time to get some at-bats. But no, come out here. They'll be back here on March 21st. We'll try to get something special for that first game. We'll have interviews. Who knows? We may be honoring Brexton Green. It's the first home game of the year, so we'll keep you posted. Follow up on Cashion Wildcat TV social media, and we'll let you know.
Yeah. Hey, and one last note here. We thank you guys for watching. We'll let you know. Definitely make sure that you follow on social media because there's things called weather, internet, and electricity and press box.
Yes.
And so home games, hey, we're going to have you covered. On the road, just know I would just go in with a tentative idea. So, again, when we think about Fairview and Okarche, we are assuming that we'll be able to be out there, but you never know. Okarche may not have a press box that's ready to go.
Right.
So we'll try to do our best. But so for Kate Nabavi and Brooke Shaline, who are our spotters today, excellent job. Mike Shaline, thank you as always, the best. Mike is a phenomenal human being. If you don't know him, go and shake his hand because you're going to be better for meeting Mike. We are so lucky to have Mike here doing this. And I'm not saying this to get another compliment back, so don't say it, Mike. But Mike absolutely has a fantastic family. We love watching Derek do his thing. He's been a phenomenal baseball player. But for me, I'm super grateful to have Mike helping us out with the broadcast, home and away. So for that, we appreciate you guys joining us. Wildcats victorious 5-2. We'll catch you tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon in Cleveland, Oklahoma, as the Wildcats